Okay. Good morning, everybody. It's Monday morning. Trying to get things scheduled up with Krista for tomorrow. That's why I'm checking my phone here. Make sure everything is okay. And, so she says she's got a little bit of a cold. And I told her that there's not a problem with going about doing tomorrow's simple mission. Just told her to rest up a little bit, and we'll try to get things done tomorrow. I already packed the laundry so I can get started with the simple chores of getting clothing, shopping, or laundry done. And make sure the camera is on the one that shows the chat. Let's see. Yeah, that was on the wrong one. Okay. There we go. So, how you doing, Johnny? So anyway, today is going to be a pretty normal morning show. I ended up getting up a little late because I was watching a really interesting dream, or more like interacting with it. Dream was I was in this stage company, and I was trying to figure out the lighting system for the stage, and because I guess they had an old lighting system that they couldn't quite figure out where everything went, because long ago the lighting system was put in, and in the story it was like about 60 years ago, and I couldn't get the lighting to work for the one show that they were trying to do, and they're like, I said, we have the remote deck, we have that set up so that we can, but every time we tried to program the lights on the remote deck to control the master, it just wasn't going. I was like, okay. So I said, well, where does the remote deck plugged in? And they said, well, that's the problem because we don't remember. I mean, you don't remember. Well, we've always plugged it right into the machine, into the master, but we never knew where the actual outlet was that you could plug the remote deck into. It didn't have DMX or anything like that. If it was DMX, so it'd be pretty simple. It just looks like an XLR plug. And I saw the big Canon connectors that they were dealing with. I was like, oh God. They had three Canon connectors on the cable labeled A, B, and C on the remote cable that they had plugged right into the back of the motorized rotary dimmers. And I was like, okay, so you don't even know where the other cable goes to. They said, no, we don't. So we ended up going through the imagery and going through the theater looking for. I finally did find the cable. It was near the spotlights on the very top balcony, right on the level right above the audience balcony. I was like, oh, here's your cables. I didn't get a chance to test it before my alarm clock woke me up, and I was like, I said, well, gee, if I was going to test this thing anyway, given the fact there's 3 huge 50 conductor Canon plugs on the sucker, I would be sitting here all day testing this. I got a feeling, honestly, seriously, they're probably using 3 fairly heavy telco type connections going to the panel. When I saw what was downstairs in the motorized dimming control room, I was like, oh man, that's gonna be a beast. So that's what I had a dream of, but that was pretty interesting because I work with a lot of old stuff, and I happen to was thinking back of my elementary school, which um one school I went to in Antolini, their system was very simple. It was basically, I seem to remember, it had 6 rotary dimmers. That was that went to a simple box that the lights would be connected to, and that's all it did. My other elementary school, um, from third, from second grade all the way up into 6th grade, didn't even have dimmers at all. It just basically was you just turn on and off circuit breakers, and that was it, and that was all you did to dim the lights. So, and then my elementary school was like, I mean, my middle school had something that was similar to what I was talking about in my dream. They had a big fat cable that would connect to the remote, and then you would just plug into the motorized rotary dimmer. The only thing it wasn't so hard to understand because it was not going through walls or anything. It was just a big fat cable that went right out from the stage room or backstage all the way to the front of the stage, and that was where the slave was. So I don't know, because like I mean I watched a lot of Big Clive, and he talks about also about stage lighting, and then I watch a channel specifically to stage lighting, and then I watch channels on all kinds of stuff, restoration work, and see, I don't just do weather. I mean, between everything else, I like to keep an eye on what's going on with the technology field. We might get some snow, by the way, in this hour. So don't expect a ton of snow where I am, but it's because it's too warm. I just don't know why it's gonna even snow in the first place. It's gonna be too warm. It's gonna be about 40 degrees Fahrenheit, about 5 degrees Celsius. It didn't snow yesterday, but there was some icy spots. You know, I took out the garbage and stuff. We didn't have any major calamities. Um, Just a really interesting story. Just absolutely interesting story of how lighting works and stuff like that. It's just something I like to study because lighting uh, does interest me. So Gianni, hello. Krista, hello. Leo, hello. Oh yes, let me get your panels up. I didn't forget you guys. So let me copy that link. Oh, wait a minute. Hey. Before I do that, let me fix this camera. Okay. That takes care of that. Alright, now let's see, make sure the sound's working. Okay. So let me get you guys the link for today. Okay. Here we go. It's okay, boom. Pin it. Were you live, Leo? That there was a thunderstorm. It thunderstormed last night. It's because there's a warm and a cold front that apparently is clashing. So, Leo, me, you, and Red had a pretty good, and Ed had a pretty good conversation last night. Just as me and Ed had a good conversation last night in private too. I hate morning thunderstorms at the early in the morning. Nothing scares me more than lightning at 3 in the morning. I don't know why. Lightning scares me. Even as an adult, lightning still scares me. So I got the laundry all packed and everything for laundry tomorrow. Krista says she's got a cold, so I don't know if we're gonna be live tomorrow morning or not. We'll try, but we'll see what happens. We don't have a ton of laundry, but we got laundry to wash anyway. Yeah, thunder snow. I've seen that before. All right, let's get Leo on here. Good morning.
Good morning. Morning.
How you doing?
I'm okay. I'm a little tired.
Yeah, a little tired, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's Monday morning. That's probably
Yeah.
why.
Yeah. Did you email any of those places, Michelle?
Not yet. I just got up a little while ago. I got up about 9:09 a.m. because I was told you about the dream I had. I was trying to figure out the answer to the dream. And I know that in my dream I had adequate time, but in real life I was like trying to rush through the dream, try to find out did we ever finally demystify the wiring. And honestly, I think we almost did. The only thing is when they unplugged the original remote plugs that used to go to the theatrical balcony, unfortunately they never labeled the Canon plugs. So we didn't know which one was A, B, and C. So basically, be like, well, I guess we're gonna have to plug them in and see which one works.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a weird dream. At least my dreams aren't exactly horror movies. They're just interesting.
I hate those dreams where you wake up in the middle and you try to go back to sleep to start dreaming about them again. I hate those dreams.
And it's like your dreams don't have a pause button. It's like,
mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, let me get up to go pee. Oh, and then come back and, it'll be nice if your dream said, and now, back to our show. It would be nice if they did that, right? So at least they can catch up the end. And then, of course, it would be nice, too, if there was dreams, there was a way you could actually save your dreams to videotape or digital copy of them. I bet there's some dreams that probably would probably win Academy Awards or Emmys. For Best Picture.
Yeah.
Best Picture.
I had this strange dream. Me and this person had a psychic link connection.
Yeah.
And we haven't talked in a while, and I had a dream about him I don't know, about a week ago, and it was a really, really strange dream. So I'm thinking he's going to be reaching out pretty soon here.
Yeah.
Hey, Noodles.
Noodles, how you doing?
Millionaire Noodles. You need to change your name now to Millionaire Noodles.
Why don't you call yourself Wet Noodles?
Wet Noodles.
So anyway, I didn't even get a chance to make breakfast this morning because
Yeah, well, my kid came back early this morning from her dad. I'm like, what do you want for breakfast? Mom can make eggs, pancakes, French toast. There's cereal. She's eating crackers. She doesn't want me to cook for her.
Well, right now I'm gonna have a few Oreos.
That's nutritious.
So yeah, so last night we had manicotti for dinner. I finished up the second bottle of wine. And
you did? You liking it, huh?
I still one more bottle for New Year's.
Good. Yeah,
we had leftover
wine every now and then is good for you. Good for the heart.
Yeah. Turns out Boone's Farm is packaged by the Giulione Gallo Winery is actually one who packaged it.
Yeah, you should try. What did you get Boone's Farm for New Year's Eve, or?
Yeah, I did. I bought 2 bottles, so I would have one for New Year's Eve.
You should try. If you get wine ever again, you should try the company Barefoot. They're really good too, and they have a lot more to choose from.
Barefoot.
Yeah, it's called Barefoot, and I think Skynet even likes them. I think they have like a peach. Yeah, I'm not a peach person, but I do like the peachy wines, and those are really good, and they make a good one.
Well, myself, I kind of would like to try some of the, like as I said, like the Chablis or Blush wines. And I did ask about the price of a bottle of wine over there for the Giulione Gallo. And they cost over here like $9. I don't think it's the same size though. I think it's bigger. So, because like the Boone's Farm is 3.9% alcohol by volume, which is not bad. It's not super strong.
No. I try to go for the ones that are like 10%. Get more bang for my buck.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I don't want to go for 10%.
Well, see, what my mom would do, because she liked wine, but she would get wine and she would cut it with water because she didn't want it strong. She wanted her wine, but she would cut it with water so it wasn't as strong.
Okay, so she would decant it. I think that's what they call it.
I see. Krista likes Barefoot too. Yeah, Barefoot, and they're right around. They might be a little bit more alcohol percentage than Boone's Farm, but they're still really, really good, and they're still on the lower end.
And it said to me, says, "Why don't you try some flavored beer?" I said, "Ew."
Yeah, I used to drink beer.
I'm not into beer. I don't like beer. The few times I've drinking beer, it just never sit well with me. Ugh. No.
Yeah, my dad was a beer. My dad and my brothers were beer.
I said to me, says, "You wouldn't even be able to taste the beer taste if you had flavored beer." I said, ugh, no thanks.
Have you ever tried Guinness? Michelle,
no.
have you ever tasted Guinness beer?
No, I never tried Guinness. I never tried stout.
Oh, it's so gross. It's like drinking death. I dated a guy years ago, and he loved Guinness. And he's like, "Here, try it." I'm like, "Ugh, it was nasty. It's very bitter."
Yeah. It's very dark color. In fact, what do you think Marmite's made out of, by the way? It's made out of the leftover brewer's yeast from that stuff.
I don't know. It's Scottish, I believe, right? Guinness? Scottish or Irish?
Guinness is, I think, it's both, actually. I think Guinness makes it mostly in Ireland, is what most people know it as, but I think the Scottish have their own.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was Scottish and German, so he liked his.
Yeah, so he probably likes to compare it with his German beers like Heineken, which is compared to Guinness is a late lager.
we had a restaurant here that it was called Chicago Pizza up here in Michigan. They went out of business, unfortunately, but they had beers from around the world that you could try. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, me and Andrew were typing each other messages on a video, and he says so he was showing him playing for testing purposes Final Fantasy 1, the original Final Fantasy, before it became an online game. And I said, that looks kind of like Warcraft 3. And so we went into a discussion about, the fact that I play World of Warcraft, Classic Burning Crusade, and right now, Valenia is playing through Chromie Time, Burning Crusade as well. Because I kind of wanted to compare and contrast the two different games. Because one is the classic and it's based on the original storyline and the story arc, and the other one is just kind of like a way to combine an old style game into the modern retail. So, for example, Tindera, which is also Mage, is having the world's worst time because she has to do mana management. Where in retail, you don't have to do mana management as tight because it's like you can basically. It's almost like you have an unlimited supply of mana. It's like you can keep pounding the enemy over and over and over and over and over. Whereas, from my experience with my mages in Classic, it's like you get maybe about 10, 20 shots, and then you gotta reload. Eat some, drink some water, eat some bread or food, because you can't just keep firing off, frost bolts endlessly, because mana management matters, So Tindera also has a sword. So I got a sword too for Valenia. And poor Valenia doesn't seem to do too good with the sword. She's getting sliced up by the spider. She can't get. She's tried every single weapon we can think of that she could buy. She even has a broadsword. Now it's funny because Bashara, which is the daughter of Vanya, has a broadsword. She's a warrior, and she would have taken that spider down without too much of a hassle, I'm sure, because she can cleave the spider right in half, but that cleaving is not an option for me. She can't do that. She doesn't even have auto attack, which would be nice if she had auto attack where we just punch the button and then, and then go with the code. I don't know. I call it Russian and beat the living daylights out of somebody button. You can go and attack, do that, which is I call it the Russian button, and then all of a sudden you start cleaving the enemy up, and with things like heroic strike, and it's like, oh, but my poor mage doesn't have that. So it's like every time you want to fire the sword off, you got to press attack, and then and then it seems like for me, like just pressing attack once doesn't do a thing because it's a toggle. So I mean, it does, like she'll do a strike or two, and it's like. And then I'm impatient. I go. I keep pressing F1, 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 F1. Just keeps turning on and off the attack button. It's like, man, this sucks. For my poor mage, she needs something, or and then of course she has wands, and it's like this isn't. I gotta find the right tool. She's got to kill that spider. She has to kill this master spider. And I don't know. I mean, she's like the level 27, 28 now. So she's moving up there, but the spider seems to be getting tougher too because the spider's got his little buddies now surrounding him. Or before it was just him and her. Now, next thing you know, she's surrounded by Charlie. And it's like, oh crap, So she can't, she can do her crowd control, but it's like, excuse me, I don't have enough buttons to map every one of those buttons to a crowd control function. It's like, I gotta pick the best to the worst.
Yeah.
I got into line coolers. Deb says, there's a beer I like that's made by monks, and they only put out so many batches a year. It's called the Lucky Buddha beer or something. Yeah.
I think I've seen that beer around.
What's that?
I think I've seen the Lucky Buddha.
She thinks she's seen that beer.
Never. Yeah, I've never tried it, but I think I've seen it.
Is that where that came up with the idea of Mr. Pandera that they would be making beer? Not by monks, but for some reason in the game, Mr. Pandera. One of the dungeons you do is in a beer brewery.
In the game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in my game, I play at Fallout 76, and we have a thing where we can make beer and wine and.
I never played Fallout 76. I mean, because it involves modern weapons and stuff.
Yeah, me and my friend and I were playing it all weekend long.
We're not really into guns, although I do have a hunter and classic WoW, and her name is Lesta, and she's a dwarf hunter, and she's huge. She's tall. And she's got a blunderbuss, which is kind of funny because the original blunderbuss was a front loader, not a breech loader. And the game has something like semi-auto. You're like, what? The real blunderbuss cannot do semi-auto. Holy crap! I mean, could you imagine the poor guy trying to load shot, powder, wadding in a ball in semi-auto mode? Maybe the person was the Flash.
I don't know. Lady Melton said that you guys need to start hanging out and being sisters.
I don't know anything about this person.
I don't know who Lady Melton is either.
Well, one thing for sure is that I really would like to know if anybody would like to play with me either in retail or classic. On the Horde side, I could use Valenia could use some help on Argent Dawn as the server she's on. I never moved her to another server. I thought about it. But, like, which one? I mean, when Rest Accord, that's an RPG server I'm on. So, I kind of would feel torn kind of moving my character to another server anyway, considering the fact that Argent Dawn is kind of peaceful. You know, it's kind of quiet. There are people, but they're like, there's not a ton of them. Go to Orgrimmar, and it's like, it kind of reminds me of downtown Winstead as far as population goes. You don't see a huge number of people in that, but if you go to Thunderlord, oh my god. Thunderlord Orgrimmar is so packed. You keep smacking into everybody. Now, well, maybe because they don't have a problem with open containers in the city itself. But Winstead, you can't walk around and drink beer, but you can sit in the city park and drink beer, and I've done that many times.
Sat in the park and drank beer? You've sat in the park and drank beer?
Yeah.
Really? When you did drink beer, what did you drink?
I don't drink beer. I tried one of the alcohol-free ones. It still tastes like garbage. I'm sorry, but I don't like beer at all. I think the taste is disgusting.
Yeah, I don't think, like I said, in my 20s I used to drink Budweiser, but I grew out of the taste.
Yeah. But I do like that wine, though. I'm like, that's not bad.
Yeah, I'm a wine drinker, too.
But the problem is I gotta be careful because my family is almost all alcoholics, so I'm afraid about that.
Yeah, so is mine. Alcoholics and drug addicts.
You know, more like alcoholics and cigarette addicts.
Yeah, we get
Alcohol
smokers.
and cigarettes.
Well, now that weed's legal here in Michigan, my family has converted to alcoholism and weed.
Yeah. Well, when Mary Jane finally comes legal in Connecticut, I might try it.
Oh, that would be fun. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should do edibles. Because you're not a smoker. I would do edibles.
Yeah. Well, one problem with me is I don't know if the alcohol. I don't know. I don't think Mary Jane would hurt me as much as regular cigarettes would.
No, it wouldn't. Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Like, you know how if you're not a smoker, your lungs aren't allowed. You know, they're not used to inhaling smoke, so you'll choke a lot. And there may be some weed out there that doesn't do that to you.
Oh, you could always go ahead and put some Mary Jane into a tea bag and throw it in the water.
Oh, apple pie moonshine, Gab?
Oh, is that what they call it?
Oh, I had my wedding night. My cousins made apple pie moonshine.
Oh.
Oh my God, it was so good. It got us all messed up.
Oh, okay. I wonder how Mary Jane tea would taste with. Let's say it over. How good do you think Mary Jane tea would taste?
Mary Jane tea?
Mm-hmm.
I guess it would depend on if you would have to go more with the citrusy, I think. Mary Jane.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you put some sugar and stuff in it, I think it would be pretty good.
Yeah, well, I usually use saccharin and milk in my tea anyway.
Yeah, Red said use a little milk in it too. Yeah, I've never even looked. I should look into that, making some tea weed.
Yeah. I don't know if they have it prepackaged in bags. Maybe they do.
I don't know. Red, do they? Do they make bags of weed that you can steep for tea?
That'd be interesting.
Red would know.
Or maybe you can maybe put it in a coffee percolator and brew it that way.
Possibly. That'd be expensive, though.
I don't know. Depends. I mean, it would definitely be pretty strong, that's for sure. I have a coffee percolator. I just use it to heat water for my tea, and I'll usually make coffee.
Yeah. I haven't seen any either, Red. I'm gonna Google that. Yeah, I do that. Well, I'm sick, really sick, Michelle. I'll use my coffee pot just to make hot water for tea.
Yeah.
I like tea. Well.
Yeah, I got a stovetop percolator. That's why I usually I'd like coffee, and then you forget to clean the pot out the next day, and I go and make tea, and of course there'd be coffee grounds in there. Like, oh man.
Oh, they do make it. It says cannabis tea is a cannabis-infused drink prepared by steeping various parts of the cannabis plant in hot or cold water.
Okay.
Oh, you're supposed to get your package today from me.
Yeah, what's the tracking information say? Because I don't have the tracking number.
Oh, let me track it right.
You said today anyway, so like I know it said he's got packages coming today too. So it's like try to get all this different stuff together. You can't get weed too hot or it breaks down the THC. Excuse me. You set it on fire. Doesn't seem like breaking down that much.
That's funny. That's true.
I mean, really, it's not that hot if you think about it. Already I got the morning goons start to call me up.
Oh, it said it was delivered this morning, Michelle.
Oh, delivered this morning? What time?
7 a.m.
Oh, jeez. Let me go downstairs and see what's down there before someone steals it. I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah.
keep the people entertained while I run downstairs real quick.
Okay, I'll keep them
Ed's package
entertained.
is probably sitting down there too. Let me just take my microphone off so I don't tree myself. Again, earlier and earlier and earlier.
Okay, Lady Melton says. Oh, well, yeah, walking is good for you. Red's right. Yeah, I'm wondering, Dad, what is too hot? Because, Michelle has a good point. People do dabs and they, use blow torches and stuff on it. That's got to be hotter than putting it in tea. Oh, nice. I might have to try that. Yeah. Do you recommend a certain type of liquor, Dad? I don't know. I haven't been in the mood to smoke. Plus, I've had this like chest cold and too long. What's too long? Oh, too long to get hot. Well, maybe that you can get other stuff to keep you entertained until that stuff is ready. Does anybody grow their own? Like my brother grows. Like, oh my God, he had so much weed he grew. His place was like just covered in plants when he was drying it out. You'd want it now. Go behind gas stations and truck stops and grab a load once in a while. Lady Melton, you're very adventurous. Now, Lady Melton, let me ask you, do you have a kit or something to kind of like examine the load before you grab it? And, you might want to worry about like an STD or something. Yeah. Now, Dad, do you make edibles? Because I've heard people, the way they make it is they make the weed into like a butter and then they use that in the edible. Because I was looking into that because I was asking my brother like how to do it, but he doesn't know. I haven't investigated it enough. You always wear your tights. Well, that's good. Well, maybe if you've been doing it for so long, Lady Melton, maybe you built up like an immunity or something. I seen, Red. I seen. He's got a pretty good show, Red. He's got a lot of fans. I wish Michelle would get calls like that. He had a lot of people calling up telling him they loved his show and. Oh, so it does freeze well then. Okay. I might have to look into that and maybe make some. I need a new project. Yeah, I know, Red. It's hard. They have to come like at the right time.
One from Leo, two from
What?
other people. Think for Ed. Then put these in the right places.
Oh my goodness, Michelle, you're out of breath.
Last year, I couldn't have been able to lug up 3 boxes like that. They're not heavy, but they're bulky.
Yeah, mine's
All
not.
right.
Mine's not heavy
So,
whatsoever.
Let me get my microphone on again here, and then we'll see what's in this box. All right, hold on a minute.
Just getting it together.
Okay, I got your box, and it had 2 boxes, and I was able. I don't know what you mean by that, but all right. So I got 3 boxes here. 2 are for Ed, and 1 was yours.
Yeah.
All right. Paul wants to come.
Are you gonna open mine?
Yeah, I'm gonna open it. Just give me a minute. Let me
Okay.
get Paul in here
Yeah,
first.
take your time.
Okay, so this is the box from Blazing Leo. So
I hope you enjoy it, Michelle.
well, you said not to show your address, so I wouldn't worry about that. You're not gonna see your address anyway. The camera resolution is not that great. All right, so got some wrapping paper. All right, there's nothing in the paper, I don't think.
No, there's nothing in the paper. We just used it to pack the stuff.
Okay, so we have a card, and it says it's one of those cute ones with little shiny sprinkly thingies on them. I remember when I was a kid, we used to get a lot of these. I don't see them around too much anymore. It says, sending about wishes for this special time of year. Merry Christmas, Michelle, Marie, Lumi, and Ed. Rusty. Thank you. Thank you. And, of course, so let's see what else we got here. Put this part back in the envelope. This year I got a lot of presents. I do admit a lot of presents. My mom didn't give me anything except cookies, but maybe that's all she had. Who knows? So, just trying to get this card back in here.
Well, to be fair, Michelle, your mother did give you $100 as well. I mean, she didn't just give you cookies.
Oh yeah, she did give me $100. Yeah,
she did give you money. You know, let's not look a gift horse in the cock.
And let's see.
Morning, Stan.
Let's see. A wooden happy holidays. It looks like something you hang up on the wall or something.
It's not much, Michelle, but everybody deserves Christmas presents.
Well, it's kind of cute. Again, they got the little sparkly things on them, which is kind of cool. I don't see them too much anymore. And then we have...
Later?
What are these? Cookies. Oh, these are cookies. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Cookies from my home to yours, Michelle.
Okay. Thank you. And we got more cookies. Oh, it is these chocolate chip or these raisin or both?
There's chocolate chip. There's chocolate chip coconut macadamian.
Okay.
There's sugar cookies. There's a whole bunch
Sugar
in there.
cookies are here. Yeah, you can guess. Ed will probably be munching away on those. Gingerbread cookies. I'll show you all these guys in a second because there's so many things here. We got a little stocking and nothing in it, but still kind of cute. And then we have a little. The woman downstairs has got a big giant one of these sitting downstairs. The little nutcracker guy.
Yeah, I thought the nutcracker guy was really cute.
Yeah.
I'm glad everything arrived that wasn't broken.
But that's okay. Thank you. Considering that I normally be getting stuff online too. So, let's put the stuff back in here so I don't knock everything over. There's so much stuff here. Cookies.
Michelle, do you have tea or coffee right now?
Oh, ow, what?
Do you have tea or coffee that you're drinking?
Yeah, I just was really surprised to get this many cookies. So,
Right. Do you have tea or coffee that you're drinking right now? Have some cookies with your coffee or your tea. Enjoy one. See how they are. Have a taste.
I will.
Let us know how they taste.
Just give me a second here. I just dropped my windscreen on the microphone. Where the hell did that go? Oh.
Don't get any crumbs on your windscreen.
I hate when I lose my windscreen. Oh well. Where the hell is it? Oh, it is. This windscreen is shot anyway. I gotta get a new windscreen.
Yeah, throw that thing away, Michelle. You don't need it.
Alright, so thank you very much. I appreciate that.
You're very welcome, Michelle.
I know Ed's gonna be excited to have some cookies.
Yeah, have some beer munchies tonight.
Those are special recipes, Michelle.
Mom's favorite recipes, huh?
Yeah, maybe they got weed in them. You never know, Michelle. Special cookies.
Oh, okay. Now it's edibles.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not edible. They're not edible.
Yeah, Michelle, you about to get fucked up off them cookies, yeah.
Well, I'm sure he would like to have them. I'm sure he'll eat some of them too. I'll just tell him to be careful. Okay.
Yeah, put some on the plate and see which one Rusty likes the most.
I don't know about Rusty. I mean, I'm not. I still haven't given Rusty any of Tiger Kitty's treats yet. I have him.
No, what are you doing with yourself? You didn't put the nightie on yet. You haven't given it. It's Christmas, Michelle.
Yeah, I know. They're still sitting in the closet. So, like I said, that's kind of interesting. So let me take a look at the chat real quick here because I just got back up here. As I said before, with my knee injury about a year ago, I would not have been able to lug 3 boxes up the stairs at one time. I probably would end up having to do one at a time, turn and burn, go downstairs, get the second box, turn and burn, bring the third box up, turn, and then just collapse on the chair. And but this time I was able to grab all 3 and bring them all up at the same time without too much of a hassle. Once I get the boxes balanced, that is.
That's good.
Everybody wants me to see them wear the night gun, except they don't wear the night gun at night, in the daytime.
Well, you don't wear it at all, Michelle. You haven't put it on yet.
I haven't worn that one yet, no.
I
certainly wouldn't wear it in a video. I mean...
Why not?
I don't know.
We'll get you more views, get you some donations.
Speaking of that, Michelle, did you do today's Oracle card? No. Let's pull up today's Oracle card for today. Yeah.
Today's oral card?
The Daily Oracle.
These are Oracle cards right here. They're like tarot. They kind of supplement your tarot cards, if that's what you want to use.
You get like the 9 of Mouths?
I like the Oracle cards. My friend has a whole bunch of them.
Like the 3 of Tongues, the 5 of Mouths. What are oral cards?
Oracle.
Oh, Oracle. Oracle. Like orc.
Come on, let's go. All right. Today's card is
9 of Pentacles.
Mama Coca.
What?
Which is, her statement in short is deep, deep shadow work. Okay.
Are these World of Warcraft cards, Michelle?
I don't have a World of Warcraft card deck. I do know they used to make them.
I know I have that character Orcs or Oracles in the World of Warcraft. I thought that's where these were coming from. Orcs? Isn't that a character in World of Warcraft? Oracle or
Coca? I don't think so.
I don't know. I haven't played in a while. I'm sorry.
So number 22 is the card. And I believe I pulled this one once before. Yeah, you did last week. Or not yesterday. The day before yesterday. You want to pull another one up for good measure? Yeah, why don't we pull a second one up? Let's be unique today. Okay. Oh, I did that card. Alright, let's grab one. Let's randomly pull one out of my deck here. 1, please, not 3.
Did you say deck?
Okay.
All right, Lady Melton.
Reading I
be
pulled
safe
out
out
was
there.
Artemis, number 2. Artemis.
Right, Red.
Okay, so the number 2, that's in the book here. I'm glad they didn't forget Mother Mary in this deck. Artemis is independence and empowerment. And the message is really short. She says, do not be afraid to assert yourself. Be aware of your power as a divine creature. You are sufficient and capable of doing anything you set your mind to. Be confident in yourself and find the courage to stand on your own 2 feet. The way this may be in reference to leaving your parents or partner's home, being independent in business, or being emotionally independent. And it is nice to have companionship and emotional support, but you don't need others to reach your goals and achieve your dreams. Have gratitude for the people who surround and believe in you. Most of all, know that you do not need a partner, unless you want one. Alone, which is in quotes, is not the same as lonely, in quotes. And the message, in short, is independence and empowerment. So, I think that's kind of an interesting reading.
I do too. Considering what we were talking about yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. The card makes sense for Michelle. Yeah. So
Michelle, did you talk to Ed about, is Ed staying now or is he leaving? Have you guys talked about that?
Yeah, he's staying here. We are, talking about if we were to go relocate, and get a bigger place, that it's not going to be until March after the housing market crashes, or at least spring, whichever comes first. Because nobody's going to want to move in the dead of winter, and no one has the money right now saved up for the security deposit. So
okay, so Ed is staying, because the other night he was going to leave. He said he wanted to go back to Florida.
We're going to try to find a working arrangement that works for both of us somehow. I don't know exactly how.
Yeah, you either need to separate, Michelle, or you guys need your own space where you're not running into each other.
Yeah. Like last night, he slept on the couch again for the second night because he chose to. But
well, that's good.
And he told me, he says, it's really hard to sleep on that couch. I said, yeah, I know. I slept on the couch when Hurricane Irene made my ceiling fall down in my bedroom. That was a bit of a pain in the back. And the neck. Because
Your roof fell in your bedroom?
During the hurricane, the roof leaked so bad that the plaster came down.
Oh.
The water was actually pouring on my ceiling fixtures.
Oh.
My landlord in 2011 did redo the ceiling. If you remember, one of the few videos with Lumi and me was with us talking about the ceiling repair, and the fact that my landlord took my advice and insulated the ceiling.
Has Ed ever thought about getting like a sponsor or, a counselor?
Yeah. I think Ed needs a friend more than anything that could help him to overcome his issues. That's all I'm going to say. And Stan seems to be friends with Ed. And so does Craig. So I think that's what Ed needs more than anything, is guys he can talk to.
Okay, well, Michelle, maybe you're the only one who can answer this. When Ed's sober before he drinks, can he control his temper? Is he more mellow?
Yeah, he can control his temper. but he doesn't
Okay,
always
so
necessarily. He can still potentially explode. After all, he is a
okay.
Taurus. He does have the horns, so it's a little harder to push him when he's sober. But
Yeah.
see,
Well, that was his big issue, guys. He was saying, "Oh, me and Michelle can't make it on our own. Michelle can make it on her own without Ed. He's afraid he can't make it without her."
yeah, I think that's more of his concern. I mean, yes, I am 53 years old. Yes, I lived on my own for years, and yes, I admit that it is harder as I get older because of joint pain. But you know what? I've been doing this for 53 years. I think I can make it on my own. Although what I'm afraid of is that one day when the Grim Reaper takes me, and there's not going to be anyone there to let my next of kin know to go ahead and read my will or take care of those final procedures to bury me in the green burial plot. I still think about that, and I still would like to have not just a will, which would be great, but also would like to try to find a way to make sure that my burial preparations would be followed to my letter, which is to be buried in a green burial process instead of being stuck in a vault in a casket full of nasty fluid. And I know that's kind of a depressing thing to think about for Monday. But anyway, I don't know what form you need to do for that. I mean, I can fill out the will part, but I'd like to start a trust. I'd like to start a trust, kind of like a foundation, to maybe create a scholarship or something for youngsters to get involved in the audio video arts. Because
that would be nice.
Yeah, I mean, after all, you got this gear, right? Wouldn't it be nice to have it? Maybe have a little museum somewhere, the North American Snow Queen Museum of Audio Visual. Where they can talk about, well, this is how motion pictures are made. Here's how film is made. How is, discussing the way we start the videos. Find a trust to preserve my videos on YouTube so that they can be shared.
Brian said, "Who cares, Michelle? You're dead."
Well, I kind of care because I would like to definitely, have someone to carry on the legacy. Because, like we were talking about, what happened to all the different companies where the owners died. For example, Mike's Train House, the company went bankrupt, and then other companies, the owners have died, and then of course the legacy ends up in the dumpster.
Well, if we can't leave your legacy like that, how about a nice park bench or something that says, in memory of MicheleMarieDalene?
Yeah, but
maybe homeless Mike can sleep on you.
Knowing my rotten talent, they probably would take it away from the street before it even stays, even before the first coat of paint wears off it. I hate when they do that to the city. There used to be park benches. Winston used to have park benches all along that they took all the park benches out.
Well, we have a park that my nephew helped build. It's a wooden. I don't know. It's made out of wood, and they have a fence around it, and he dedicated my dad, the park, whatever he did, and he put my dad's name on the fence, and all those names that people dedicated their names, and it's been 15 years. His name's still there.
Yeah. I mean, the Winston Park, the East End Park has still got its benches. But they took all the benches off of Main Street. And I'm like, well, gee, what if people want to sit down? What if people want to enjoy the air? Why do you have to take the benches away? Why would you?
Well, I think maybe we should do more of a statue and put it up so that, nobody can take it down.
Oh, it was the town of Winston that took all the benches away. I wonder why.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Probably they don't want homeless sleeping on them.
Could be.
Yeah, well, let the homeless sleep there. They got to sleep on something.
It's not a good look for the town, Michelle. You don't want a bunch of vagrants, a bunch of hooligans just lounging around your town.
Yeah,
put them in the forest. Tuck them away in the forest.
They're going to sleep rough in the doorways anyway. So what's the difference? You're going to take away the doorways too?
You should. Fuck the doorways. Michelle, we're gonna call the soup kitchen, see what they're serving up today. Today's daily soup kitchen call. Let's see what they're serving up. Any guesses, anybody? Fettuccine Alfredo. What are they serving at the soup kitchen today?
Soup and sandwich.
Soup kitchen.
Wouldn't be impossible.
Right. For what? Soup and sandwich? It's a soup kitchen, Michelle. It's pretty plausible that they'd be serving soup and sandwich. Let's give them a buzz, though. All right, here we go. Call him George, Michelle. George at the soup kitchen. Who's going to answer, George or the bitch? Here we go. Open door. Hey, hello, my friend. What do you serving for the foods today?
Hot dog.
Hot dog?
Yes.
What do you have with the hot dog?
A bunch of stuff.
Bunch of
hot dog,
stuff.
home fries.
Ooh.
Salad.
Ooh. All right, my friend. I see how many stuff I can stuff in my mouth.
Again.
All right, Michelle. Hot dogs today.
Yeah.
Hot dogs, home fries, and salad.
Okay.
Fucking hot dog.
Yeah, but I mean, if the Snow Queen was black BLM, I'd probably leave it alone, right? So maybe we should go get a can of spray paint.
Yeah, you should do blackface, Michelle. You should do a stream with some blackface on.
No, don't do that.
Michelle isn't
Why
very
not?
forgettable, I know.
Content.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, let's get one thing on a straight note here. I would love to see someone carry over my legacy. I mean, I would like people to, hopefully some young man or woman, it could be a guy too, I'm open to either one, you know.
Well, if you could choose,
Crow,
Michelle, who would you want to carry your legacy on?
somebody who's interested in meteorology and sorcery, somebody who would like to continue on the legacy of the North American snow queen. I'd like to see someone do that. I mean, they don't have to be the audio-video field, but somebody who is truly dedicated and passionate for the weather and wet meteorology and science, because it does involve science too. And that's what I would like to see, so that when I finally do kick the bucket, at least I know that someone else is going to carry on, because otherwise my role is going to be life and beyond life, which means that I'm not going to have a break. Even if I did end up in my next life in Silvermoon, I would still have to come back to North America constantly to keep a track of the weather, as far as I understand. I don't know.
So how do you?
Well, once you die, that torch doesn't get handed over, or?
Not unless I hand it over ahead of time. Not unless I actually find my successor to replace me.
Really?
Yeah. Really. Remember what it was said during the coronation. You understand that this is for life and beyond life. And so...
I mean, it's something you enjoy, Michelle. Why wouldn't you just continue to do it? I mean, this is something you claim to be. This is something you claim to
who you are.
I would continue why not just do it forever then?
I would continue to do it, but the only thing is that I'm going to be living in a different place, in a different parallel dimension, so it would be kind of hard to constantly come back to Earth, to constantly shake up the weather every 3 months. I mean, every winter time. That's going to be, you know...
I mean, but you made that choice though, Michelle, to go to a different dimension, knowing that you're the Snow Queen. So I mean, it's kind of on you at that point, unless you advocate you're throwing down the Suplex City, the real North American Snow Queen. You're just gonna have to deal with it.
I don't have a car to burp. I don't have a car to do that. Although it would be interesting to cover Litha. I don't do Litha, but. Be interesting.
Lithium?
What's this in
You
June
have
21st?
negative energies with other queens?
What's that?
Stan says you have negative energy with other queens.
I don't think so. You should do a summer ceremony live stream. Burp Pons declare the negative energies you have with other queens. I don't think I have any negative energy. I mean, as far as I know, the other 3 major weather sorceresses in the area, I don't see. This is where it gets confusing. What Mother intended originally was there was going to be one person per season of this in the 7 zones. So everyone it'll be each zone would have 4 people: a winter, a spring, a summer, and an autumn. Well,
oh, that's a good question, Deb.
What happened was with Australia, Joey in Brisbane wanted to do all 3 seasons, but he didn't want to do winter. She still doesn't have a winter weather sorceress for Australia. Because she told me no one seems to want winter. Everybody keeps asking for every other season but winter.
Well, winter's the season of the dead.
Spring's the easiest to find positions for, she said. Summer is most popular. Autumn is kind of waning in popularity. And then winter is like dead. Nobody wants winter for some reason.
I love autumn.
I gave up my role as the North American Snow Queen. I did not give up my role as the North American Snow Queen. That was somebody wouldn't use that soundboard. It's so inaccurate.
Show on a shelf. That would be funnier. Now, Dab wants to know: can only humans be snow queens, or can a cat or a turtle?
No, it's humans. Or any bipedal life form that isn't of a humanoid or hominid stock. Actually, more precise, so blood elves count.
Now, do you have to train your successor, or
yes,
would they just know? You would have to train them?
You have to train them.
Okay.
It would help if they had training in atmospheric research in meteorology up front, because it makes it a lot easier. That's one less thing you have to teach them about warm and cold fronts, pressures, reading of detailed weather maps. That's just.
Well, I know Seasons, who's been coming back around. She said she's always wanted to be a weather girl. Maybe she could be your successor.
Maybe. I am abdicating my throne. I don't even know what town. Where does she live? In the United States? Does she live in the UK, Canada? Those are the 3 regions that I serve.
Oh, Cruiser might be up for the job. What about him? He's got the ears and everything.
He could do the job. It's not a problem. But like I said, it's a lot of responsibility because as you know,
that guy can't even keep his room clean, let alone fucking do weather. I mean, he's not probably the best candidate.
I don't know. I can also have, I can break it down into regions too. I'm allowed to have regions, like for example, the equivalent of like a duchy, the equivalent of a duke or duchess. I can have, breaking down to smaller regionals. I don't have to do all the job. People can be regionals or provincials. So basically, I can have like one person that lives in California could do California, or maybe the Southwest. The one that lives in, say, the UK could do the UK, England, which would include England, Scotland, and Wales.
All right, Michelle, so who was responsible for the thunderstorm I got last night? Was that you?
It probably is the cold fronts that I'm trying to get to move in here to kind of make the snow come in. Because right now we got rain projected, but this morning we got a little bit of snowflakes according to the maps. Well, we pull up the weather maps now so we can see what we're dealing with here. Yeah, why don't we do that? Let's talk about the weather maps. So let's go.
So you should already know this, though. You're the snow queen. You shouldn't need a weather map.
So let's go to the National Weather Service. Let's pull the maps up. Because I also use science as well. I gave up my role as the North American Snow Queen. I am abdicating my throne.
She's no longer the queen.
Alright, so let's pull up the maps from the National Weather Service. Because I do like to, and also we need to pull up the maps from the Met Office in the UK also. But we'll do it with the National Weather Service first, because most of us are here in the U.S. So let's go to scene 3, and let's pull up the weather window capture. Let's select .com National Weather Service maps. Hit OK. Oh, wait, while we're at it, only turn on the table webcam at the same time so you can see me in the corner.
Yeah, can we get some cleavage cam while you're looking up the weather, Michelle?
Hold on a minute. Where is my stupid camera? Oh, it's right there, Michelle, but... Oh. For some reason, it's not showing us a picture. Why? I don't know. I don't think beating it up is going to help any. It's got a loose plug, I think. You got a loose plug? Yep, you could have fixed it yourself. Why'd you call me? I didn't know what else to call. Well... Alright, so... Camera number 2 isn't coming up for some reason. Alright, so... Alright, so let's take a look at this map together here. This is from the National Weather Service. The first map that they show you is the... Let's see, let's go. Let's go. Okay, let's go. Okay, so let's take a look at the maps here.
Let me show you the nuts.
Forecast maps. There's a whole bunch of different maps. You want at graphical? Yeah, let's go to the graphical map first. Okay. Here we can see what some of the stuff that we have to work with. Now, all these are in stupid imperial units, but you can see that there's a warm trend. You can see where that warm is. Temperatures up the where the cold front is. There's Michigan up there, right there in the periphery. You guys are seeing temperatures between 30 and 40 degrees. This is right now.
Yeah.
So let me see if I can pull up the detail map of the next few days of trends.
It's going to be cold for the New Year's, Michelle. We're getting snowstorm on New Year's Day. And it's going to be struggling to get into the 30s.
Fire weather, severe weather, graphical maps, local maps. I don't think long range forecasts. So we can try to get this detail.
One full
multiple
year.
Choices. Okay, I want the animated maps. Common base name. No. I can look at another map too. Another weather map, but all right, let's see if I can get the animated maps. High resolution maps, digital forecast display. Could you show me temperatures? Oh, here we go. I can play this way through here. All right, so let's start with the temperatures. I know, I'm going slow. See, it's not really getting colder yet. All right, now we go. Now we got the cold blisters coming in. By Saturday, see the cold blister coming in from Canada? It's going to push through. That's what we were trying to do. But, why don't we animate this sucker? Oh, I'd love to. But one thing is how can I get this thing to animate? Alright, so that's maximum temperature. So let's take a look at minimum temperatures in Fahrenheit. I really wish this thing would show. Okay, so this would be like the nighttime lows. Oh, wow. Alright, so that's just tonight. It's not moving very fast. No. Either that or the map is just basically slow.
What the fuck is on?
Come on.
We're supposed to be in the 40s for the next week.
Yeah, it's gonna be getting cold. You see that cold blister up there? Yeah, that's as far as the map seems to be giving me for details. You can see it is slowly moving this way, that cold blister. So let's pull up the let's take a look at the snow amount now. Weather. Yeah, that's what we see. We can see where the cold front is. We can see where the warm front is. Hey, you're gonna pull up the map. You're gonna make me stare at it all day.
Hey, okay. Lumi, watch it. Michelle's doing her work. Give her some time.
I know.
Give her some time, Lumi. Give her some time.
The stupid thing runs too slow.
The queen, or leave her body.
Me and Michelle are not patient people. No. Also,
that's why you're bad doctors. You have no patience.
All right, so now we can see the weather slowly moving in. Okay, I'm going to try to speed it up a bit. It's taking a lot of load. Don't worry, Michelle, you're using the internet for other things at the same time. Well, maps I like is one that shows me the barometric pressure isobars. Well, this should be enough to find, so let's go back to weather maps here. Let's see if we can find that here. Forecast maps. Well, obviously, we know that it's going from east to west, or west to east, like it always does. Ah, here we go. That's the way I like to look it up. So,
holy crap.
Here, I'm going to pull up this map. I know it's kind of small. See the national forecast chart? You can see that there's a, I don't know if you can see it over here, the one on the left side shows you where the cold front, warm fronts are. And you can see that it's going to go eastward. Can we go ahead and move this ahead a bit farther? Predicted daily Baltic map, legend, ocean maps, animate, forecast maps. There we go. See how the track's moving in this way, guys? That's the front that we've all been talking about. That's keeping the cold and the warm air separate. That's where you've been seeing the thunderstorm was up there in Michigan. That's how the system moves. It moves from west to east.
It was pretty bad last night. I thought it sounded like a truck crashed outside my window.
Yeah. And I sprung to my feet in a dash. Let's see what was all the clatter. And what behind to the side did I see? Lots of thunder and lots of lightning. Yeah. All right, so that's what we have to look for. This is what we're working with here. That's what the information that we deal with in the meteorology.
That is
just this stuff.
A cool idea,
together. All right, so let's stop this and let's go back slowly to the first day. All right, so this is where we are right now. Okay, you can see the big H here. There's two H's at 1,012 millibars. That's dominating. There's a cold front right above it, right near Canada. Okay? And there's another cold front over here, and there's a warm front right here. I don't know if you can see my mouse pointer. Can you see my mouse pointer on the screen? Probably not. All right.
I can't see it.
Well, if you look over here, right above Tennessee, you see this warm front. This is the red one. And this is the cold front over Texas. Okay? Now I'm going to move ahead one more notch so you can see what's going on here. All right? It's obviously the system starts to show instability. And then it has moved a little further. And now the warm front is now moved further up over Pennsylvania, and the warm front is moving, cold front's going down between over in Texas and also Arkansas. Well, it doesn't stay that way, though. Where's my cursor? I can't lose my cursor. I don't think this thing is too easy for a registered blind person to use without losing a cursor. Yeah. I think my stripe will full cat hair again. Alright. Yeah. So anyway, so there's the track. Let's go back to where we were. Or let's not go too far ahead of ourselves. Alright, so now we can see the track is moving up. The blocking is so it's trying to hold the line, but it doesn't stay that way. Finally, like a constipated cow, the cold front is now moving off coast to the east. Finally, you have to take a good poop for yourself. Okay? Then once that happens, the new front comes in, but now the cold front starts to see temperature drops. Okay? So instability again. You can see the rain and stuff moving this way. So yeah, I think we're going to be seeing some more snow by Saturday, Sunday of this week. You're going to be having the cold trend coming in from what we saw with the other maps as well.
That's what the weather says.
Yeah, that's what Michelle
says. Why don't you
says.
stop that, Michelle? Show your powers. Why don't you stop those storms? If you are the snow queen, that should be no problem for you to eliminate those storms. You should just get them out of here, Michelle. We don't need them.
Well, I mean, the system is a little more complicated, and I don't want to stop storms. Because it also helps with the hydrology of the Earth as well. So, what are you looking for? Second USB camera? Oh, Michelle's trying to find out where the camera's not working. Yeah, what happened to that camera?
Why is this phone
right here?
3 cameras?
Yeah, but it's not working. Alright, let me just check something here. Oh, that minute, it's my phone, and I'll accidentally hit the test switch on it. Oh, man. Oh. This is why everything doesn't work on this desk sometimes. Oh. So, yeah, there's a loose plug in this thing. Yeah, let's... So you're going to take this camera with you to the laundromat? No. I could, but I really don't want to. It's too much gear to lug. But the bracket stand I need to take with me to the laundromat, because that's what we use to hold the camera. So,
you gotta take Ed's clothes to the laundromat, Michelle? You gotta get Ed's clothes cleaned?
The problem is we're washing mostly whites today, so we're not gonna be washing any color stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, and so I don't think I'll be washing this. There we go. Now I got the picture back. Yay!
They don't have any white?
Okay.
Well, they're probably not white anymore, I'm sure.
Hey! Oh, wait. I see what happened. Oh, that one. You turned the camera off on this side. Oh.
Michelle, you only do 1 load a week?
Do I have a what?
You only do like 1 load of laundry a week?
I usually wash laundry by hand, but I figured since the laundromat was open, I figured go to the laundromat today or Tuesday instead of doing it by hand.
Right, but you said you weren't going to do colors this week, or?
Right. Mostly I do underwear or socks or light color. I mean, the light stuff. Things that are color flash, they're not going to bleed all over the clothes. Because last week, or about 2 weeks ago, I threw in a black dress that bleeds, and I made my underwear gray. So obviously I need to rewash my underwears now to get the bleed out.
Your underwear's now sad.
No, it's just slightly gray, but at least I got some of the excess RIT dye that they had in the clothes.
Well, you have like 60 pair. I think you'll be all right.
16 pair.
No, 60. Don't you have didn't you get like 15 packs of underwear or something?
No, not that much. If I did buy that much underwear, I wouldn't have to worry about doing laundry unless I want to make sure to grab another 16 packs of socks.
I do too, Dad. I need to get some tires.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, it was just when the person bleached all my underwear and ruined it, it was like, oh, okay, you're gonna ruin my underwear? Okay, fine with you. I'm gonna go ahead and replace your underwear. So I did that. Replaced the underwear with new underwear.
Now, who would ruin that? I mean, that's just awful.
Yeah,
I can't believe someone chewed through your underwear, Michelle. That's kind of weird.
Underwear that got trashed was older underwear, but then some new underwear got trashed too. So I ended up losing almost every pair of underwear I had. I mean, some of the underwear was in good shape all the way from 5 years ago. Some of my underwear today hand washed and last that long because they'll last as long as 5-6 years before I have to replace them.
So your underwear seem kind of old. It seems like maybe the wind could have just destroyed them if they're like 5 or 6 years old.
No, because the laundry was fine because Michelle always treated her underwear with kid gloves. And they smelled like chlorine bleach too. Yeah.
Wait, you would handle your underwear with kid gloves?
Means Michelle always treated her underwear with respect and carefully washed them so they would never rip.
Oh. Maybe Ed was trying to tear,
No, Ed didn't do anything. He wasn't even here the first time it happened.
Oh.
What kind of underwear does Ed wear? Does he wear boxers? Or?
Yeah, he wears shorts, yeah.
When were the last time those things were washed?
Well, I honestly, I've got to be honest with you. I think Ed was smart. He would throw in some stuff in my laundry, but
yeah.
The problem is he doesn't have any light color stuff to wash with the stuff. Most of his stuff are black. So I would have
So how does his clothes get clean?
Well, it was probably white to begin with, Michelle, and they probably
washed. I usually will throw him sometimes in with my dark stuff, but the problem is he has nothing else to wear while I'm washing laundry, so he'll be walking around in his birthday suit.
Oh wow, that needs some more clothes then.
He needs more clothes.
Give him one of your dresses. Let him put the nightie on.
He can't fit my dresses. He would be embarrassed to hell to wear one of my dresses.
Yeah, but he's not going anywhere. I mean, he's just sitting around the house. I would rather have clean clothes.
Michelle, do you have a T-shirt? Do you yourself have like a T-shirt or even a pair of pants? Or do you just
I don't have any pants. I don't wear pants, so
you literally don't have one pair of like sweatpants or anything?
I don't wear sweatpants. I have skirts. I have dresses and skirts. I don't even wear pants. I don't even have shorts.
Oh, not even a T-shirt? What do you sleep in, Michelle? When you go to bed, do you just wear your dress to bed?
I wear my nightgown to bed.
Oh, okay.
He wears his sweatpants.
Gotcha. I just find it hard to believe that.
And told me, he says straight out, he says, I really would like to go to the thrift shop on the other side of town. I said, well, maybe Krista can drop you off, because that way you can try him out the stuff at the same time. So I wonder if that's what he's going to ask her. If he can just drop her off, if she could drop him off and pick him up at a certain time.
Yeah, I'd love to donate some clothes to Ed, Michelle. I honestly don't think I have anything that really fit on the side.
I don't even know his sizes. I don't even know his numbers.
Yeah.
He thinks
tell him to find out what his size is.
He says he thinks he's a 44, but I'm going to say 40. Yeah. I'm going to say 46 because I think he's a 46-inch waist.
It's a big boy.
He always tends to underestimate his sizes. I'm going to say right now, I think he's a.
How tall is he?
How tall is Ed, Michelle?
He's about. How tall he's taller than me. He's about 6 foot even, 6'2" maybe.
Oh, so
yeah, about a 30 for the length.
He's 6'2".
Yeah, he's taller than me.
He looks smaller than you.
No, he's not.
Yeah, about a 30.
He's about 4 inches taller than me.
And you're 5'8", so he's 6 foot. Yeah.
I'm 5'8". Okay, right. He's what 6'2".
So he wears probably like a 34 length, 36.
No, that'd be way too long.
Probably
for 6 foot.
About that.
Correct. I wear 32. And
32 those are long. I would say is conservative.
Yeah, but you're slender.
Right. The length doesn't matter. I don't know, maybe about a 30, 32 for him. Yeah, 34 is for like someone who weighs like.
I think 34 would be a little bit too long.
5.
I think 32 would be a good conservative guess, and I think, like I said, about 46-inch waist.
What about shirt size, Michelle? Do you know what size shirt
I have no idea. He usually tends to wear a large, extra large.
Yeah, shirts. I would definitely say he's like at least 2X.
He likes his roomy shirts. He likes his clothing to be roomy.
So a 2X or a 3X for a shirt, probably. Yeah, I don't know. I feel bad about getting some clothes. Looks like kind of shitty, but yet he's shitty to Michelle, so I don't want to help him out. You know, I mean, it's like
the problem was when he came up from Florida, he lost all of his clothes, and that's what he has left.
Why did he lose his clothes? He had a flood.
I don't know how he lost all of his luggage, but he lost all of his clothes. So, like,
does he wear jeans or does he wear just like sweatpants and?
He wears jeans. He'll wear jeans. He'll wear jeans. He doesn't mind wearing jeans. He just doesn't have any.
Okay.
Like me, he's got a belly on him.
I'll keep my eye open for things.
Yeah, I mean, I'd just say 46-inch waist diameter, 32-inch long. I'd probably be fine. I mean, you might say, why you remind me 46 and I'm 44? Well, first of all, you didn't even measure your waistline yet. We don't even know what your actual numbers are. You said you're 44, but I think you're 46.
Definitely will need a belt as well.
Like those 2 extra inches could be very comfortable for him because he needs a belt too. Yeah, he needs a belt.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Yeah, especially if the clothes are going to be a little bit on the big side. I'm not thinking.
What about his shoes?
What about what?
What size shoe does Ed wear?
What about shoes for Ed?
Shoes? Yeah, he's got sneakers, but yeah, he needs winter boots. Something with cleats on them for ice. He doesn't have anything like that. Hell, I don't even have winter boots with cleats. So, for ice walking.
Well, Michelle, you really should do something. Get us the sizes for you and Ed. Shoe size, pant size, for Ed. Shirt sizes. Put that out there. So, if people have anything that, they're looking to get rid of.
I'm a size 28W, 26W, 26, 28W for me.
Yeah.
What's that?
In dresses, footwear, I'm like a 10 wide. I don't know what that would be in boots, but...
Same thing.
And I don't know its feet size.
Is that 10 in women's? 10 wide in women's?
Ed keeps telling me I don't want people to know my beeswax. Well, let's find that, but if somebody offers to get you some clothes, then
yeah. Check it out with him. Ask him if it's okay. If you put it out there, and say, hey, anybody's looking to get rid of things.
Leah, what I would do is, why don't I have you talk to Ed this evening on Discord, and then see if he would like to try to give you his numbers, and maybe you can figure it out from there.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
Wait, no one's gonna, feel like I think he kind of trusts you enough that he'll talk to you about it.
Okay.
So anyway, so let's see what's the next thing on the list. All right, we didn't do Silvermoon Radio yesterday because I was taking a break. I'm going to explain this to you guys. I had been doing Silvermoon Radio now for almost every Sunday, and I noticed that the viewership is just not there anymore for the Silvermoon Radio.
I think you need a different platform. I think it's too... Discord for me is hard because Discord will cut out for me.
Yeah.
But I think you should do something like on Twitch or even D Live, put it on.
Yeah, well, the problem is I don't know about D Live because I don't know what how they feel about the Digital Millennium Copyright Act.
Oh, no, everybody gets away with stuff on there. I know a lot of people who moved over there, and that's all they do is play music.
Yeah, well, we still got all the audio sources on the Patreon page. If I could send a link to D Live, we could almost play everything that we have on. Well, that's an idea. You could just take, for example, Michelle has so much back content now on Patreon that she could go ahead and just play replays on D Live, and I wonder how the audience would feel about that. I don't really think anybody really realizes that we try to be original as much as we can to cover live news and things, or some news broadcasts and stuff based in real news, not just trying to make up news stories, but rather base them on real news.
Yeah, can you add some traffic reports and weather reports in that show, Michelle? Can you do that when you do Silvermoon Radio? Can you do maybe some?
There's not that many roads going to Silvermoon. It's like a few roads in the Eversung list. That's
I know, but just make it more of like a radio show. Do some sports scores, maybe some some weather reports.
That makes a good question. Do they have sports? I always wondered that Silvermoon has the sports. I mean,
make it like a radio show. Some stocks. Talk about some stocks.
I would think they would have something, Michelle. I mean, what they'd have to have some type of fun.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, how many man and worms can you kill in a single day? It doesn't sound like a very fun activity.
No.
Unless you like hunting. Yeah. Well, anyway, speaking of the man and worms, I actually am going to be working on my book some more right now. We got to the point where the Scourge and the Amani trolls have attacked Silvermoon right now. They attacked the power plant in the city, which is in the Ghostlands. Which is, you might say, well, that's kind of a stupid place to put a power plant. Well, it was put there to keep it safe from people from, in case there's an accident or something.
I have to read your book. I got so involved in my game.
And this part of the book hasn't even been published yet. But basically...
No, the part that you sent me, though.
You really should read it. Read what you got. At least it gives you the basis to start with.
Yeah, now that the holiday's over, I'm not as crazed.
Yeah. So...
Hey, Skunk.
I don't think they have those there.
Well, cockroaches
they
are
got lots of arachnids, lots of spiders. Which is really kind of surprising. Considering in Ghostland, you got some big, giant, badass spiders that are constantly killing Valenia over and over and over and over again. They're about the size of a Volkswagen Beetle.
Oh, Michelle, I was going to tell you, I heard that you use boric acid for your bug problem.
Yeah.
If you want, get some powdered sugar and mix the boric acid with that. Because what happens is the bugs will eat it then, and they take it back to the nest.
Yeah, I know.
And then they'll kill them.
Yeah,
but they won't eat just the straight boric acid.
No, she'd want to get rid of her.
Would diatomaceous earth be better? I wonder, because that stuff's even more expensive.
Diatomaceous?
Yeah.
I would go do the powdered sugar and the boric acid. See what that does.
And make sure Rusty don't eat it.
The diatomaceous earth is it's pretty pricey.
Okay. Yeah,
unless you know somebody who grows it.
Right. I don't know anybody who grows it.
Yeah, it's pretty pricey.
So it's a natural plant. It's not made in a laboratory or something.
No, it's all natural. It's hard to come by. I had to use it for one of my cats for a while to help with their flea problem because they weren't.
Yeah, because when a local hardware store has it. And you're right, it's $10 for the same size container as the boric acid for about $5. So, what we do is we do what Saddam Hussein did to his own people. We just throw it everywhere. And then the animals, the people walk in it, step in it, the roads just step in it, and it's on the skin, and then the skin starts to dehydrate. It's bad for me because then I start turning red and my skin starts flaking off. So we changed the application method a bit to make it a little bit less toxic. Putting it under places.
Are you talking about boric acid, or are you talking about the
boric acid powder? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, boric acid, and I'm surprised you even use that with Rusty around.
Yeah, I tried not to get too close to the cat. Now, we've been using it now for about 5 years. It keeps the bugs at bay. And, of course, we have it underneath the refrigerator, obviously, because they like to be near the compressor because it's warm. So...
Why doesn't your landlord come in and,
He tried that...
He doesn't do, like...
He tried that peanut butter stuff, that gel. That didn't do nothing.
Yeah, but he doesn't hire an exterminator or anything to come spray every...
No, he doesn't spray.
Season or whatever?
No, he doesn't spray.
Yeah, this place here, they might do the outside, but they don't do the inside. My old apartment that I paid for, they used to come in twice a year and get everybody's inside, and then outside they would have an exterminator come in. Just to make sure
I
that
did some research into that, and what they say, realistically, what they need to do is get pest management control, which is a little bit different than an exterminator, because an exterminator just goes out and kills, whereas a pest management people actually look to see where's the problem coming from.
Right. Well, that's what I think it's kind of the same company, but yeah, that's what I meant. They really need to do something about the mice.
No.
Here.
Oh yeah, no. Let's use some mice, considering Rusty catches them all the time around here.
Yeah, my cats were in heaven, the mouse they caught. They must have killed it, because I haven't seen it since.
Rusty would love her molesting.
Yeah. Rusty likes fresh meals and feet, so he'll munch on them.
Most cats do. My cat growing up, she was fed so well, but she still was a hunter, and she would just eat the heads off of her things that she caught. She would eat the heads and leave the bodies. I don't know why.
My daughter, Jody's a meth addict.
And it's Mr. Major started to freak out.
Skunk said you need to trap the bugs and set them free. Yeah, set them free in the bleach lady's place.
Yeah. Well, she gets them too, so that's not like it's just limited to one apartment. See, they started to show up. Originally, we had black ants here. Okay, and then family moved in from the Dominican Republic downstairs. Then they brought the roaches.
Mm-hmm.
Because before we had black ants. And the roaches, I guess, defeated the black ants in the duel, and they took over.
I don't know anything. I'm learning so much from you.
Cockroaches and ants are enemies. They don't like each other. Usually, a swarm of ants can deal with a cockroach, but there were so many cockroaches that they overpowered the ants. So I'm thinking about maybe we should reintroduce some black ants in here by the millions. I don't think the landlord would like me too much with that. If I had 1 million irradiated black ants coming in here, basically, so they can't breed, and just defeat all the roaches, and then they would die. I wonder how that would work.
Oh, couldn't you isn't there like a lizard or something you could get that would eat?
Yeah, I told this to Ed. I said you can get an iguana, or gecko. They'll eat them.
Yeah. You just have to train Rusty not to kill it.
Well, that would be hard.
Yeah.
Because Rusty goes after the roaches, too. He'll chase after them.
Oh, really? He does. See, my cats would never go near roaches.
Yeah, well, my
brother moved in with us years ago, and his nasty ass.
And nobody wants to do a reading on the bleach lady. Trust me. She's been leaving me alone. That's all I can tell you.
People want to fight me every day.
What do you mean people want to fight me every day? What do you mean by that, Paul?
My father was a lifer in the Navy.
Oh, okay. Well,
hey, it's my turn to talk now. Okay? F you, Blazing Leo.
Speaking of that, we gotta get vlogger puppets on here. You know.
Oh, God. He won't, Michelle, he's not coming back. He was only here for noodles.
Michelle, he's just scared of me. He ain't coming back. He's too busy getting a salad tossed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red, I'm not really in the mood right now.
Come on, Red. Michelle ain't having that shit right now.
And maybe I might do one later on. I mean, after all, I was kind of try to just chill. And like I said, Krista said she had a cold, so I don't know what the story with tomorrow is. So if she can't make me down to the laundromat, then I'm probably going to have to go down there myself, which is going to suck because I have to take that big hunk and walk her out of the the storage bin because first of all, otherwise the laundry bag would drag on the other one anyway. So I would have had to take the big walker because that one's the only one that the bag of laundry could sit on the seat.
Michelle, you need like a wagon or like a cart or a walker with wheels.
Yeah, if I had a wagon and a horse, yeah, we could go ahead and do that. Or even a little kid's red wagon, right? You know, a little red.
She has a walker. She has a walker with wheels and a seat.
Oh, you have a wheel walker, Michelle.
Yeah, Stan got it from me.
So the bag can sit on the seat and lash.
Michelle, why don't you use that walker that Stan brought you, Michelle? You put your bag on the seat and use your walker.
Yeah, I know that. That's what I meant. Just lash it up to the seat so it doesn't fall off it, you know?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, because he gave me a bungee cord also, so I have a bungee cord for it as well.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you can just strap it on there. Really nice of Stan. That was really awesome. Yeah, that's perfect. That's what you should definitely use.
Yeah. But I mean, I still like to spend time with Krista and we can talk about things. Like I do wanted to try to get on the morning show this morning or tomorrow at the laundromat. I'm already kind of preparing for that and bringing the camera with us and the phones. Yeah. And I'll bring my Wi-Fi with me because I don't want to use up the laundromat's Wi-Fi because that's I mean, he doesn't have so many people on it, but still, I think it would be kind of cross if he finds out that because he has as far as I know, he has Frontier like I got, so he's got ADSL 2+, and he's not going to want to see someone streamed on his internet using all his internet just to stream a video channel, you know. Where I have like 4 gigabytes of data I didn't even use this month. I actually kind of still would like to eventually, if we can start getting the money to be normalized, and we can go back to the more data plan that we have. Because right now we got the cheapest plan of $5 a month, but I kind of would like to go for the one that can give us like 10 gigabytes, you know, of data instead of 5. So, it's kind of what I want to do. But right now, the problem is with the data is it's really, I don't know what phone numbers these are. Let's see, any messages? Yes, let's see. Let me guess. It's probably something about your car insurance or something. Torrent subscription. This is a black chemical, and you have been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Well, what chemical is that? I don't know. Doesn't say. Next one says from Torrington, Connecticut. I am calling to wish you and Ed a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I think this is Dory. I don't know what area code 959 is. Okay, that's another Connecticut area code. Okay. So, alright, so I'll go back to that one later on. Let's see. How do I get back to the top of the window here? Oh, I got it. Alright, so Print City. He already talked to Ed. Alright, so the next phone number is. Okay, I'm trying to wish you an Ed a Merry Christmas. Okay, that was Dory. Then another one from Plant City. Okay. So anyway, you know what I was thinking was okay, do you still have the phone number there for Plant City? Yeah, I do. Can I move that back? Alright. Add to existing contact. Let's create a new contact. His name is Jim anyway. I don't know his last name. Okay. Jim, friend of Ed. Okay. And of Ed. Because this is a friend of Ed's. Okay. That's a mobile phone. Okay. I don't know if it's an iPhone or mobile, definitely. Hit done. Hit save. Okay, so I saved it as a contact. Go back to deleted messages. Can you actually move the message back? Yeah, you know what? No, I can't. I wanted to save it. See, like, it's not like I can do it on the other phone where I can go ahead and just copy stuff over to another place. But anyway, so, they really do exist. They really do. Red mornings always suck. Yeah. The snow funny this morning. Well, it's just because Monday is just kind of like trying to get things straightened out. See if Krista left me a message. That's what I was looking to see. No, she did not. Okay, so as far as I know, tomorrow is still on with Krista. By the way, we got more viewers now. We got more subscribers now on the channel. We are up to 1,136 subscribers.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's really cool.
It's at 4:30, Michelle. I'm gonna get my community tab. It's gonna be great.
I didn't check a community tab, but
where
did you post on it?
I'm gonna get my community tab, Michelle.
Oh, my community tab. Right now we got 11 people on here right now.
So keep it going. I'm gonna jump off here though, Michelle. My phone died on me on Christmas, so I got to track down a new phone.
All right.
So I'm gonna get on that project now. Wish you guys a great day.
All right.
Safe day.
Yep.
Everyone be safe and be happy.
Okay.
We'll talk to you later. Take care.
Okay. So anyway, we have 11 people in right now. And I know this morning's show is like all Monday ones are like a bleh, you know. But anyway, thanks for the gift anyway. I will tell Ed to be careful with the special cookies.
They're not. No, they're regular cookies, Michelle.
Oh.
There's no weed in them.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
They're regular cookies.
That's good. I guess that makes me less nervous.
Yeah, they're regular.
Yeah, I don't really like gingerbread that much, but I'm sure he will like. I'm sure he might enjoy the gingerbread and the sugar cookies and the chocolate chip cookies. She has a cold. I told her to rest up for the day. Let's see how she feels tomorrow. Because otherwise I'm gonna have to wash the laundry in my own little washing machine if I don't bring one down to the laundromat. I can bring it down to my laundromat. That's not necessarily a problem. It's just a pain. Because you gotta go grab the walker out of the storage bin, and then you gotta carry the walker and the bag of clothes down together, assemble the walker, the bag, lash it all up. I'm not even sure exactly how is the best way to drive it, because it looks like the way this setup is. I also kind of noticed that the brakes don't have locks, which would be nice if you were trying to get in the walker seat. But there's no locks on the brake. Like my bicycle had locks. So if you actually squeeze the handles and then you can push the little button on it, it locks the brake in the locked position. I noticed I didn't have that. So it's like no locking brakes? Oh my God. I mean, sure, maybe some ways it could be a bit of an annoyance because some old fogey doesn't know their brakes are going in the thing. The doctor, I can barely push the sucker. Your brakes are set. Oh, how do I unset them? Press the button. Then the thing should pop out and then you should be able to drive it. But it doesn't have a button. So unfortunately, you can see some more schmuck trying to sit down in that seat and the chair rolls backwards. I go, whoa! You mean I have to grab the brake levers first? I said, that's kind of stupid. I mean, I think that they need that. And also the calipers on the thing that doesn't seem to be quite grab as tight as they should. I wonder if it's using disc brakes instead of drum brakes. I think it's using calipers and disc brakes. I'll have to take a look at it and see what kind of brakes it's using. But since it's using a variation of a bicycle hand grips, I wonder if I can replace those handles with bicycle hand grips with locking buttons. So you can actually lock them so it doesn't so you can have the seat become like stable and locked in place so you can sit down in it without having to worry about the seat like rolling away. Well, I mean, I can just visualize it almost like hearing the song on the River Kwai, There used to be a song for Getty commercial, for a gasoline commercial on the River Kwai. All of a sudden, you could see almost like me doing. You could just visualize with the song on the River Kwai, da 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 da. I'm trying to load the damn thing.
Yep. Okay, Michelle, I'm gonna jump off here too. I got some stuff to do today.
Yeah, I gotta. I'm trying to get away from. What are you talking about, Red? She has a cold. She doesn't have the flu. And she doesn't have that other one either. Not everybody gets the nasty thing. Alright, so Leo just left, so. Really, I mean, I never seen so much people so pandemic freaking out scary about everything. They blame everything on the COVID. Everything. Oh, you have a sore throat, you have COVID. Oh, you have a cold, you have COVID. Oh, you have the flu, you have COVID. Oh, you're coughing, you have COVID. Oh, if you got bronchitis, then you got COVID. No, you don't got COVID, you got bronchitis. It's the kind of thing I'm saying. It's like, what the hell? And I'm like, make up your mind, okay? COVID is not the answer to all your problems. I'm not saying that you shouldn't go out there and hang out with everybody if they've got a cold, but honey, I've had a lot worse in my life. Trust me, I can handle a cold. I've had bronchitis in the past. I've had pneumonia in the past. I've been fine. I pulled up fine, even without medication. I think the only time I took a medication was many years ago when I was 12 years old and I got bronchitis. That's the only time I ever took any prescription medication for it. Well, she thinks she has a cold. I mean, obviously, if she doesn't feel any better tomorrow, I'm sure she's going to tell me, well, we're going to have to cancel. So, like I said, I mean, I got to do laundry. Otherwise, I'm going to be walking around buck naked with no clean underwears. So, and it's going to take a while to wash and hang up and dry all the underwear, socks, and the clothes. So, it was just easier to get the laundromat. And that's what I was going to do. Well, that's what she said. She feels she has a cold. Okay? That's all I can tell you. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional. Do not ask me to explain when someone thinks they have a cold. I don't exactly have any way of doing a test to determine if she's got a cold or not. What do you want to do? Here, stick this nasal swab up your nostrils. I don't know how to be able to get a quick screening back in less than 3 hours. I mean, she and her husband and their daughter, I don't know, just trying to do the right thing. My life's been pretty rough anyway. I've dealt with that worse than a cold. I've had, as I said, I've had very bad cases of bronchitis years ago, and I pulled through that even without antibiotics. So I've had flu that basically knocked me flat on my ass, and I'm still standing. Like I said, sometimes people get a little bit too panicky about this situation. Your life. I didn't even end the show yet, dummy. I was kidding. You're not dummy. But it is almost time to wrap it up. So, let's see what is any massages. Newsmax TV uploaded report. When are billions stolen from COVID relief? Truth Told Tarot, Daily Tarot Reading. Alex Tarot Reading, 3 new videos. Okay, let's talk about this. every day that upload my perfect Apple ecosystem. Food Network uploaded. Alex eats classic meatballs and sauce. That's interesting. Let's see, any massages, any new ones? Yeah, mostly a lot of junk ones. Let's see, eBay. Is Apple Pro GTK still of interest? Probably not, because let's talk about that real quick. If you guys are owning a Mac and you are looking for a video card that is best for Final Cut Pro and some Photoshop products, do not go with NVIDIA, because NVIDIA does not have drivers that work with the Mac software, because the Mac is now tailored for the ATI AMD video cards. So make sure to get an ATI/AMD video card, because that ecosystem does not use because the Final Cut Pro will not work with NVIDIA cards anymore. And when they're not optimized for it, so that they don't have the proper driver, even in metal. So I would definitely say, if you're gonna go through and get a video card for your Mac, get an AMD ATI Radeon card that supports metal. Unless you got a 4K monitor, you're probably not going to need to worry about a 4K monitor support. But definitely you want to have one that can at least do metal. NVIDIA never was able to recover the business strategy with Apple. Of course, if you want to spend the money and get yourself one of the Vega 64 cards, and if you don't mind robbing a bank to get one, you can get a Vega 64. But 2009 Mac Pro, that's like trying to use a fire hose to drink a milkshake. Seriously, I mean, that would be way overpowered. I mean, never mind what it would do to the power supply. I mean, but some people would do that just to prove they could do it. Wow, what kind of video card is this? It's a Vega 64. Why do you need such a big card? You're just basically playing World of Warcraft. Because I like the bragging rights. Bragging rights? Oh, I know what bragging rights. Yeah. You like to brag about how you're using a 700-watt video card just to play World of Warcraft. A 700-watt video card, 800-watt video card that needs, like, seriously a bigger power supply just to run the video card. I mean, the AMD 7970 is a power-hungry card in its own right. Easily consumes about 600 watts. WTF? 600 watts for a video card? I don't know. People really will spend that much for a video card. I mean, 600 watts is a lot of electrical current just for a video card. But to each their own. To each their own. You want to spend 600 watts of power for your video card. Okay, let's talk about something related to the video card. What about the fact is that now this video card I currently got in here is a generic PC video card. And what somebody said to me is, why don't you go ahead, get a PCIe motherboard, ATX form factor, put it in your modified Gateway 2000 case, install an air cooler on the top of the case, those big heat sink tower thinguses. The only thing is to do that, I would have to seriously take away the second set of hard drive bays in there. And I love that case because it had room for 8 hard drives. Ooh. Yeah, if you put in a Xenon processor, go for an i5 or i7 chipset, 16, 20 gigabytes of RAM. I would do that, but I don't really know. I can see motherboards now. I would need a 24-pin power supply. David Bildo's coming on here again. You better know this Noodles. Yes, wet noodles.
Hey, Michelle, I just wanted to say, I just want to tell you that I'm the best. I'm rolling around in dough as we speak. I actually just threw a couple $100 out the window and on the highway to see people swerve and stop and almost cause a car accident.
Gee, why don't you go with a couple $100 in my window?
You're never going to get any of my money. What are you, crazy?
Why not?
So I got to come out there.
Anyway, the point is we're just talking about the fact is that we have this old case that we modified for ATX motherboards, and the only thing really I need to do with it is get a nice 950 watt 24-pin power supply with PCIe connectors, a nice PCIe motherboard with an Intel i5 or i7 chipset. Like 16 gigabytes of RAM.
I do everything off my phone. I don't know why you need all this crap.
Oh, I like having all this crap. Besides that, I play a lot of World of Warcraft, and I happen to be, you know. So I like my computer is my little deuce coupe, you know. It's got the equivalent of its own pink slip. It's got its own equivalent of pink slip daddy on it too, you know. So
all right. So if I come out there and take you shopping, right? If I come out there and take you shopping, can we live stream it?
I guess so. The only problem is I haven't seen it. I don't really know where we would go unless you want to go to Waterbury to go to a computer store or something. Where's the nearest Micro Center? Oh, Micro Center. That'd be cool. Where is the Micro Center in Connecticut?
Is there one near you? Is there one near you, Michelle?
I don't know. That's a good question. Where is the nearest Micro Center in Connecticut? I'm curious because I know there's like 10 or 11 of them. I would love to go to Micro Center. That's kind of like, let's see if there is a Connecticut Micro Center. All right, I'm looking here in Google here. Store locations from Micro Center. 25 nations nationwide. Let's see. Tustin, Colorado. That's the biggest one. Marietta, Georgia, Chicago, Westmount.
All right, we'll get a price Kansas, for this stuff.
Cambridge, Massachusetts.
All right, get a price for this stuff.
New Jersey is Westbury, North Jersey. New York is Westbury. New York, Brooklyn. New York, Flushing. New York, Yonkers.
Yeah, but Michelle, I'm not coming to pick you up in Connecticut, and then we're going to drive all the way back to Yonkers.
Wait a minute, let me go back to you. So you can meet your chat here. Oh man.
Maybe I can pick it up for you on the way out there.
I would like to go shopping and look at the place myself. I've always heard about Micro Center. I've never been to one. I want to go there.
Okay, so then how much is this going to cost? I'll take you to a fucking Micro Center. But you better not fart in my car.
I don't fart. I mean, at least not in people's cars anyway. That's a stupid question to ask. Why would I fart in your car? I don't even eat beans on a regular basis. Well, I don't know many other computer shows. There used to be a lot of computer shows. Where is the next computer show? Michelle, with all the COVID-19 stuff, you can't go to New York City because you don't have a passport. Oh, that's so stupid. Yeah, I know.
I don't have a passport either. I could go.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you could. At least you got 4 of them in your immediate area where I don't have that privilege.
All right, here's the deal. All right, if we do this, right, you're gonna have to spend the night at my house. All right, you're gonna have to have Ed watch the fucking cats, and then we'll go. I'll pick you up like on a Sunday. I mean, on a Friday, and then we'll go Saturday morning and we'll live stream it. and then I'll bring you back like Saturday after
I'll
the dawn.
have to think about it because right now we got some potential snow coming on Saturday. So I'll have to.
Really?
Well, right now I think get some of this stuff on eBay. We'll see what Michelle is trying to point out.
Let's take you to this place, Michelle. If it would be awesome to see you peruse a store like that, or peruse, or however you pronounce it.
Micro Center is like Santa's workshop for nerds. People don't realize that, and there's so much of Micro Center. It's a place that I've wanted to go to for a long time.
All right, so let's get you there. Let's live stream it.
They got one in Brooklyn, Flushing, one in Colorado. They expanded that one big time. But I don't think you're going to go to Colorado for a weekend for going for computer shopping.
No, you're gonna come by me. You come by me. You got to spend the night. We're gonna get wasted. We're gonna smoke some weed, drink some beer.
The wasted part does not agree with me. Hey, Steph, all right, get out of here. All right, I can't. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to filter that crap out now. Yeah. Well, like I said, now I'm gonna have to go and filter stuff before I can monetize that stream. So, which kind of sucks, because, I mean, why don't they have a Micro Center in Hartford? I don't understand that. Why isn't there a Micro Center in Hartford or Farmington? I don't have any of the signs of COVID-19. I made sure that, because I have a 2-year-old, and I wouldn't want her to get COVID-19. Stuff the nose is kind of stuffy. Yeah, that's what you told me, and I believe you. I don't know why Noodles played that music. Now I gotta filter out the damn stream now. I don't know why he did that. It's so disrespectful of me. So, I think that's... I mean, I don't really... Now, when he said get wasted, I'm sorry. No, absolutely not. No. No. See, can you understand one thing? I get a lot of social anxiety, and the fact of the matter is, what he's proposing is definitely sending off my meter in the red right there. You know, stay at my house for a night. I don't even like to leave my house. I like to stay to myself. I mean, I'll go out and hang out with people for a few hours, but to stay overnight at somebody's house I really don't know except through the internet, I get a little nervous doing that. I don't know what else to say about that. You know. But anyway, so Krista, is the laundry you think will still be on for tomorrow? Let me know at 8. I have everything already packed up to go. It's but the walker with a seat is the same as the woman's walker with a seat downstairs. It's the same design as that one. So, unlike the other walker, it doesn't fold flat, and I wish it folded flatter than that, but it doesn't. So shippable items. All right, so you can get things shipped to you. These and best deals are on-store only. Well, that's neat. What kind of shippable items we have? Here, let's take a look at this Micro Center picture, because I got one of what this place looks like. First of all, this thing is badass. I mean, this thing is huge. Okay, this is like... Okay, here we go. This is... this is like a nerd's paradise. All kinds of accessories. 25 locations nationwide. They have tablets. They have TVs. They have big selection of new expanded apartments, mobile, electronics, DIY, parts, PCs, and more. Still all the best brands, best sellers, hottest products, and newest gear. All 35,000 online computer devices and electronics products are in store. Wowee. They have a knowledge bar. This is from the Colorado store. And boxes of monitors. Let's go back here. I'll show you what they like to have. For example, they don't have one in Connecticut. New Jersey's got one. New York's got 4. Pennsylvania's got one in St. David's. Texas has Houston, Dallas, Fairfax. Massachusetts has one in Cambridge. Internet, verified lowest pricing in any category. Alright, let's take a look and see what you guys got. Products. Alright, let's see. Clearance. Let's go for clearance deals first. Let's go clearance here. Let's see what they have. Apple. Yeah. Let's see what they have at Apple here. Alright. Right now they have things like sorted by, how about the lowest price to lowest to high? Alright, so let's see here. Apple iPhone silicone case with MagSafe for iPhone 12. Apple USB 3.1 Gen 2C USB male to Lightning male connector. $19.99, $19.99, $29.99. Apple smart case to iPad Mini 4. Apple smartwatch magnetic charging dock. Silicone case. Sports loop for Apple Watch. Apple. Let's see if I can see something I'm looking for here. The Apple Beats by Dr. Dre powered performance wireless headphones, $149.95. Apple Smart Folio for iPad 4th generation, pink sand. Love it, but that's a little bit much for me. In store only. Wow. So, let's see what else you got for products. Let's take a look at motherboards. Apple closeouts. Products. Okay, let's see. Clearance. Let's see. Let's go to computer parts. Open box deals. I don't see anything right now. Let's see what else we got. Hot ad deals, computers, laptops, computer parts. Let's go to computer parts. AMD motherboard, Intel processors, Intel motherboard bundles. Well, let's take a look at graphics cards just for the hell of it. Let's pull the graphics cards real quick here. Right now, what? AMD Radeon Pro W6800 single fan, 32 gigabyte GDR6, PCI 4.0, $2,249.99. I got a long way to go before I can get that one. You're lucky if you can get that. Yeah, I don't think I can afford that. Pelcare Nunwall, too expensive. I don't want that. No. Okay. So, thanks. Yeah, she tries to be very helpful. She tries to help me and that out. Ed was wondering if you could have possibly taken him instead to the we might just have to forego Lowe's, not only because the fact is that we don't know what its plans are, and we still don't know if he wants me to get those 2x4s or whatever. I would still get the 2x4s for him and the angle iron brackets, but like someone says, is like, he should be able to buy some of the stuff himself. Yes, laundry's still on for tomorrow. I'll be there for get you, as I told you, I wouldn't lie to you. I don't have COVID-19, I just have a stuffy nose. I wouldn't want to give anybody COVID-19. Oh, I'm sure you wouldn't. I mean, the problem is this virus is insidious. I don't know if we're going to be going to Lowe's. See, Adam said to me, well, maybe I can arrange with Krista to take me to the thrift store across town over by Levine's Auto Parts. And you could if you wanted to, but I don't know if you want to do it tomorrow or if you want to schedule another day with Ed. Is Ed talking to you? Yeah, he's talking to me. I don't know about Krista, but I suppose he can talk to Krista. Krista can let him know what day would be good for her to take him to get some clothing, because he agrees he needs to get more clothing ASAP. So he needs to get some clothes. That's all I can tell you. Hi there, McHenry. No, she doesn't. Let me go ahead and get the panel back open again. Noodles was playing horrible music, and I ended up having to throw him off because of the situation with the music. And so he sits there and he talking to him, and next thing you know, he starts blasting music in my ears. That's copyrighted by Sony UMG. So now we're going to lose all the chat replays because of that reason. First of all, I don't understand why they would throw away the chat replays. I think that's going to be the most stupid thing that they ever do, is that once you edit a video, that they take away the chat replay. Alright, that's good. That's working. Alright, so that's up. Yep. So, McHenry, if you want to come on briefly, we could talk briefly about how you've been doing with the Sunday phone call shows. And I'd love to have you talk about that, because that'd be something different. Because, why don't you come on the show here? Yeah, I know. Why don't you come on the show? Go talk to me. I got a little time. I'm not going anywhere. At least not right now, anyway. Okay, here he is now. Let's get him on here. Good morning. How you doing?
I'm pretty good. How you doing?
All right.
Yep.
I got a question for you. How long have you been doing the phone calls on Sunday?
I just started. I've done it before, and it feels like it's probably been about a year since I've done it. But I got a laptop for Christmas, so I'm gonna start doing it every Sunday now.
The only thing is that Silvermoon Radio is on at the same time your phone calls are on. So someone's gonna babysit the turntable. So
what time does that start?
The show starts at 7.
I see.
That'd be about 2 o'clock.
You know what?
Time.
I will do the show on Saturday. That'll probably be
your show starts. So that would be about. Your show starts at what time? 3, 5.
5.
All right.
5,
so Silvermoon Radio starts at 7. That's 4 o'clock.
Oh, all right.
And it runs until midnight. So I would have to call you on my other. I'd have to call you on my other phone, because the problem is I don't know. I'm worried about my phone number, my private phone numbers getting out on the internet and stuff, because somebody still already has it and keeps calling me and putting me on mailing lists left and right. Paul wants to come back on again. Go ahead, Paul. That's enough. What the hell is that song anyway?
I don't recall. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever it is, it's noisy. So I don't even know what's so funny about it. Right?
I don't know. Seems like some standard hold music. I don't know why somebody would call in with it. Like, what is the point? You know.
I think music on hold is usually more pleasant. It's usually something like maybe something like a nice song. Like I don't know. I'm not taking any more calls right now besides one person because I just like you. I get anxiety trying to do multiple chats and Noodles wants me to supposedly be, hang out with him, to go to Micro Center in New York. And it's like, I would love to go, but unfortunately, the thought of spending the night at your house kind of makes me nervous. I'm not really used to spending the night at people's houses.
Yeah.
And then he said, let's get wasted. And it's like, definitely, like, that's a red flag right there. Excuse me, I'm not going to get wasted in people's house. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is that I want to go visit Micro Center, but obviously I don't know if that's going to happen. Maybe if I move to where there is one, maybe, yeah, that's like going to happen. They don't even have one in Florida. No, it's Noodles is trying to use multiple names to try to give me the answers so I can blast more music so I can't strip it out. He knows that I'm going to remove the music before I monetize this video.
Yeah, so that's why they're doing it. They just want to F with the program here, so you have to edit it and you'll lose the chat.
Yeah, that's why we always have the chat on the screen as much as we can, because we lose. See, that's what YouTube has got to fix that. And it's like...
Yeah.
They really do. If you blank out the sound, don't lose the chat. Keep the chat associated with the video because the timestamps don't change. The length doesn't change. Yeah, okay, if you edit the video, you take out a chunk, that's a little different,
Yeah.
But then even then, there's no reason why they couldn't, figure out, well, I know that would take a lot longer to figure out the timestamps, So if you take out a 5 minutes or 3 minute song, then you just gotta subtract 3 minutes and move the timestamps up. Although it may make some people's conversation get a little bit confused while they're missing pieces of a conversation.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on. It's as far as you blank out a song, that should be no problem. That shouldn't be a problem. If you're not cutting it out of the stream, you're just muting it. Then that should be no problem at all. That should almost be like, oh, that'd be easy enough to keep it in there in the chat. Nor because we're not cutting the stream shorter. We're just silencing the audio for the length of time we need to silence it for, or mute it, or replace it with another song. So why would you mess up the chat replay?
Maybe they'll change it. Maybe
I might want to send YouTube a message and feedback and say, hey, I got somebody to blast the music on my phone, which created a copyright issue. I get rid of the copyright, I blank out the song track, and then we lose all the chat replay. Why can't we keep the chat replay with the video since the video is the same length as it was before we muted the song?
Sounds good. Yeah, Team YouTube on Twitter, they respond fast. So if anybody's got Twitter, contact Team YouTube. At Team YouTube.
Team YouTube and Twitter said, so if anybody got Twitter, contact Team YouTube. Yeah, I can contact them, but I think in this case, I would have to send them feedback so that the development team can look into it. Team YouTube is a good tool, but I think in some cases, since we already know it's a simple thing that the feedback team is going to want to see that, I think, before Team YouTube does. Team YouTube is like level 1 customer support. You need to get to level 2 or level 3, and you got to go through level 1 first. But if you go straight with feedback on YouTube, that kind of goes right to level 2's desk, and level 2 can look at it and go, "Huh, that's a good question. That's why can't why do we have to lose the chat replays if Michelle edits out copyright music? That shouldn't be a problem. She's just blanking the video. Blanking the sound out."
Well, as a YouTube partner, you could talk directly to YouTube staff. You know that, right?
Yeah, yes, I can, but I don't have my own private caseworker at YouTube because I don't have 10,000 subs. But you might probably in about a year's time. Yeah, that's true. In a year's time, maybe 2 years' time. 10,000 subs. We're about a tenth of a way there right now. We're at 1,136 subs right now.
Well,
how many subs do you got?
I got 11,200.
So have you ever talked to your caseworker at YouTube yet? Do you know?
I don't got a that I know of. Caseworker, but I could talk to just whoever happens to be there, answering people's questions. I have direct access to partner support.
I got access to partner support too, but I don't have a dedicated case management team.
Yeah.
And some people have case managers. The big channels get case managers. I think it's either 10,000 or 100,000 subs. I don't know what it is.
Probably 100,000.
Okay.
Because I don't got a case worker on YouTube that I know of.
Yeah. So, what do you think you're going to be getting your first YouTube play button?
That's for how many subscribers? 100,000?
I think it says 100,000. What is it?
Probably never in my whole life. I highly suspect.
Let's put it this way. How long did it take you to get the number of subs you got now?
I've been doing it on this channel since 2012.
Okay, so a little bit less than me, but not by much. Because I signed up in July 16, 2010, but I didn't actually do any live streaming until a few months, around March or May of the next year after that, 2011. Yep. And so my account was pretty much just a viewing account originally. And then so I went from 0 to 1,136 in approximately 11 years. Some people go faster than me. That's fine. My channel's too eclectic to basically get mainstreamed that easily. Too many people even know about it.
Yeah, you would have a lot of fans if people knew who you were. Maybe you should. Well, I know. Maybe somebody could help you get some Google Ads promotion for your video.
When you let people know about the Christmas or the convocation, that kind of helped. I think if you let more people know about the convocation, and of course, we're going to have New Year's coming up. I'm not doing anything specific for New Year's Eve at this point, but New Year's Day will be the first live stream of 2022. So that's going to be kind of a nice twist. And we can almost look back when we did the very first live streams, which was Ask Us Anything. That didn't actually do too well. It was like around 2015. We tried to do live streaming in the Yellow House, and we were doing it before that. Oh, because we were doing it Coffee with Lumi and Michelle, which was around 2015, 2014. Yeah. Yep. It was starting early in the old days back when we had the iMac. That was the machine that was fast enough to do it. So, but we started streaming and use Google Hangouts on air. We didn't have OBS at the time, and that's how we would stream. And then like I'd be like if I had like 2 viewers in the whole show.
Well,
I mean, you're worried about sometimes being below 20 viewers. I can tell you,
Yep.
when you only have 2 viewers on the whole show, you sometimes feel like you're yelling to the wind, because you realize that there's no one listening. And then the replays, I have like 20, 30 replays. That's all I had.
oh yeah. You could yell out your car window if you had a car and reach more.
Yeah.
Used to. I mean, at least you had 30 some odd people during the Yuletide celebration. That was good.
Yeah, we had a lot of people on that show, and I was really sorry we had to do a mulligan on that and a redo, because I kind of didn't know that. Unlike the normal way with OBS, that when you click live, it doesn't just automatically go live when it's scheduled. I always thought there was like. Yep. Oh no, I ended up basically missing. Everybody missed everything.
Oh.
Just stop trolling me! Ding donger. Anyway, the point is somebody's trying to be a pest. So,
did you find a way to mute the bell? Because I didn't hear.
Yeah, I sent a message to Google Meets. I said, don't you have an option to turn off the ding-dong bell when you don't want to get ding-donged? Or at least let audience know that you're not ready to chat right now, or, say something to tell them, hey, right now, I'm not taking any chat with anybody else right now, just be silent. Or at least have a silent notification instead of, this guy is becoming a pain. So, it's probably Noodles did it, and then the fake Paul Domino is doing it now, which is probably the same thing as the Joe Perry guy. So I don't know. Also, you had some really nice calls. Let's get back to you for a minute. You had some nice calls. I mean, some of those calls, I wish we had some calls like those. Some of them were nice calls. They weren't talking about, are you molesting or raping your cat? Are you,
Well, I did get a couple of Ed calls like that.
Yeah, I'm sure you must have. But I mean, you did okay overall, though.
Yeah, we had a lot of good calls. I expected all trolls, and it was about 50-50, I think, between troll calls and regular calls.
I was hoping one day I would get more legitimate calls. That's almost like 80-95% troll calls I get.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of disheartening, because I would love to reach out to people. Reach out to me. Some of them kind of a mixed bag. Some of them are kind of trolling, but some of them are not really that bad, so kind of let them stick around. But then there's those, when they start talking about the nasty N-word, or saying it's doing this to these people, that's when I hang about them. I say, thank you, goodbye, click. I think it would be nice if they didn't do that, because it really kind of ruins the atmosphere, especially for Christmas Eve. That's the reason we didn't really do any calls on Christmas Eve, because they were trying to get started again on Ed during Christmas Eve. He wasn't really watching the show, but I didn't really want to sit there and listen to that crap. That's what I felt like. Here we are talking about the observed birth of a king, and you're dealing with a bunch of jerks calling you up and saying stupid stuff. Is kind of a bit frustrating. Just as this ding-donger is. There's no way you can shut him off. Unlike the other one, no. The dinger-donger is not a separate thing where I can reroute that sound to another source. Oh. Google Hangouts has got to fix this. Really. They really need to fix this, because
at least sound because I don't hear the bell at all.
You don't hear the sound at all. Oh, okay.
No, not at all.
Okay, but if you're watching on YouTube, you'd hear it because the sound goes straight through the mixer to the OBS that streams it out. So you'll hear it on the OBS.
I see.
And this person is just annoying. And there's no option to shut that feature off. There's no option to turn off the notification sound. And I don't know why I don't know why they couldn't add that feature.
Yeah. You don't like using StreamYard?
No, I mean I don't like StreamYard for two reasons. Number one, it does not have closed caption support. Number two, okay. I don't feel like paying. Well, I already do for for Google Meets. I do, but it doesn't have the ability to easily filter out people from doing porn bombing. Since I mean, yeah, maybe you could send StreamYards up to have people call in, but then you want to send it to OBS so you can filter them. And the problem is the StreamYards lacks that feature. So yeah. I just rather just use Google Meets and then just do like I'm doing here and filtering. Like if you look on my screen here, you don't see the people in Google Hangouts right now unless I set it up for that. So you just see me at the desk in the chat on the side.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about those things.
Well, Paul, then you get on here. You know how to get on here. I thought you said you were done for the day. I'm looking for you, Paul, but all I see is the fake name. I don't see your regular name. You can, in fact, if you go on here as your regular. Oh wait, you wouldn't, Michelle, because you already closed the window and reopened it. Oh, so come on here as Schmecklecat, and then we'll let you on. Because right now I'm not even seeing your name on here that I even recognize as far as being a part of the chat. There's a blank one. Tell me to go to the program folder and replace the WAV file. I don't know what the program folder is. It's probably... Well, that would be fine if you wanted to silence it. But what if you want to turn it on for our first few calls? Well, actually, let me take a look at that. Let's do this. Let's do this. You want to see how a Mac is set up differently than a PC? First of all, we're using the web program. It's not an app. It's a web app. Oh wait, it's not. It's a web app. It's a web app. Oh, okay. So it wouldn't be in an Apple folder, right? So you can't use Apple contents to check it out. So I don't know where the ding dong is stored, but it's not. It's a web app. No, I don't want you on after you start blasting up music in my ears. No. Because I'm going to have to filter that out now. Twice. I'm not going to keep filtering out that. It's bad enough we're going to lose the chat replay. I don't know why they have to kill out the chat replay. There's no reason they have to do that. They really shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know why.
I mean, see, you don't even show the chat replay on your screen on one of your phone calls. So, because imagine someone starts playing music on your stream, right? And you get a copyright notification. You know, that this monetization is going to go to, say, Sony UMG, right? So they say, fine, I don't want that. So you go ahead and you filter it out, and all of a sudden your chat replay's gone. And unless you're mirroring it on your screen, no one knows what the hell is going on because it's all gone. All right. Now, I think, is that Paul's icon? I don't know. Well, okay, ring me again. Well, somebody did. All right. I'm watching to make sure it's the real Paul. See the chat replay's gone. Go ahead, Paul.
You bastard. Yeah.
I don't even know if that song's copyrighted. Does anyone know? Besides, it's annoying.
I don't know.
Ask me, Kennedy, how he liked licking your elf ears yesterday.
I licked the ears. Somebody made a request for me to do so, and that's what I was doing. And I think if somebody was wearing those ears as I licked them, I think they'd have an enjoyable time. I do believe.
So you probably also enjoy the feel of the ears still on your skin.
Yep.
I mean, someday you should send a message to Dimitri Prude and let him know what you think of the ears, even though they're the older ears. You could say, yeah, Michelle sent me her old ears, and then, of course, she gave me a new pair of ears. I just got to get glue for them. And let him know what you think of the ears on Etsy. He's just go to Blood Elf Ears link, too, to get there. For those of you who don't know how to get there, if you want to order the ears I'm wearing now, I can see your cartilage and yours is a lot tougher than mine is. It's HTTP. This is a tiny URL. Let's get this in here straight here. / www.tinyurl.com Blood Elf Ears 2. I know, it looks like Blood Elf Fears or something. Blood Elf Fears 2. That's Blood Elf Ears 2. And just tell Dimitri I said hi. Because he probably didn't know that I've been giving away the double sets of ears. See, for me, because I'm sponsoring his content, he's been sending me an extra pair of ears. So I gave away a couple of pairs of ears to people. And now I'm gonna need to order some more soon. Well, these are fine for right now. Yeah, I want to get some more ears anyway. I'm gonna get another pair of ears, another pack of ears. I got money for that, but I'm saving up for the video card.
So some guy makes the ear one low person.
He makes it. It's one guy. Yeah. His name is Dimitri Putin from the Ukraine. Those ears are imported ears.
Yeah.
And they're like $16, $17 a pair.
Damn. That's a lot of money.
That's not really that bad. The ones for Eridani Studios, the Night Elf Lynx ones from Eridani have an underwire support. They cost $65 each pair.
Yeah.
And those things are so freaking long that I could not visualize trying to lay down and sleep with those things on my ears. I mean, those things would be like trying to. I mean, they're just big.
Wow.
How you doing, Seasons? So, right now, today, we're doing pretty good. I mean, for Monday, I'm actually surprised how many people are actually on here right now. We have 16, 17 people. Oh,
wow.
14 now.
Good.
Just dropped to 14. Yeah. Oh. But maybe I'll be back to 17, 18 soon.
That is an increase. That is, your ratings are going up, I would say.
Paul, why are you doing this garbage? Come on. Time out. Take a break already.
Oh, Lord. Is that the real him?
Michelle, that's not our Paul. Because our Paul has a wrench. Oh. Okay, so our Paul has a wrench. This one doesn't have a wrench.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we'll do is that after this show, I'm going to go ahead and let YouTube go through and screen for copyright, and then we'll go ahead and get rid of the stupid music. And then I'll do is first Yes, it is. Because our Paul's got a blue wrench. Well, I never took Paul's wrench. I have never had a reason to. So have you ever thought about getting a computer for yourself? I'm talking about a desktop.
I got a laptop.
A desktop.
Oh, you don't know. Oh, a desktop? Nah, I'm more a fan of a laptop, really.
So what kind of laptop is it you have now?
It's a Dell. I don't know the exact kind it is.
Is it a Celeron or something?
It just says Dell. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I noticed your video was a little bit smeary. Not too much, not too bad. I mean, but then that could be your internet too. But then I've seen your phone stream, and I know that your phone stream's pretty good. So, are you using OBS or are you using Streamlabs?
No. I was just using straight YouTube right from the website.
Oh, okay.
When I was there, yeah.
Right. It looks like your video card may not be optimized for Chrome. That's why I was curious what kind of video card it was. Is it like a 320M NVIDIA, or is it something like that? Or is it a Radeon type video card?
I have no idea. I'm very inexperienced with computers, with knowledge, anyway.
Yeah. Well, anyway, if it's running Windows, I would just see if there's an updated driver for it. Maybe it might make it work a little bit better. I mean, it seems like it's fine. I mean, my iPad, my iMac isn't that. I mean, my MacBook is not necessarily any better.
Oh.
But for what you're doing, it's probably fine. You know, it's not. It seems like the frame capture is a little slow. So, I mean, because I saw your hand, waving, and I saw the ghosting of the hand. I said, "Oh, he's using a slower processor." Even a video card, probably.
How
old's the laptop? Let's start with some.
It's a brand new one. I just got it on Christmas.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So it sounds more like maybe it might be a video driver issue then.
Yeah,
so I would just go to the Windows update and see if there's any updated video drivers, and also go into Chrome and make sure you turn on video acceleration.
How do I do that? Video acceleration.
Just look and Google it.
All right.
Just enter Windows 10 or Windows 11, Chrome, activate video acceleration to use your accelerate features of your video card. Because I know that with mine, it does not automatically turn it on a Mac, so I have to turn it on. And of course, in my MacBook, which has a 320M, it doesn't even have the ability to do video acceleration anyway. So it just ends up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't have the CUDA web drivers for the NVIDIA in my MacBook, which kind of sucks because I'm like, you can't take that card out and replace it with another video card unlike my desktop. Where I do that, I did that. I took out the NVIDIA GT120 and I put in an aftermarket Radeon R920. Or it's 280 R280 with overclocked with 3 gigabytes of video RAM. That's what I did, and I made it faster. OBS worked fine with that card, but it doesn't have a boot screen. So when you start up the computer, it's starting it up blind. You don't see nothing to tell you that the computer is starting. You just see a blank screen until the drivers get loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's something why recently I want to get the video card for the Mac that has the drivers installed, so that I can see what it's doing. Yeah. So let me take a look at the chat here. Oh, another one of those garbage caller. Yeah. What a waste of time to send that code voiceofamerica.fyi. I mean, what? I always want to send voiceofamerica.fyi. What's the point of sending that? Yeah, this is definitely the fake, Paul. This is definitely not the real one. Get out of here! Alright. Now that you can see that the troublemakers have just come back, and now the trolls are coming in. It kind of sucks.
Yeah. Get out of here, you pricks! Get out!
Yeah. You got them on your channel too. How do you deal with them?
I do. I just curse them out. Or if I don't want to use curse words, I find something creative to insult them with.
I don't usually like to hide people, but this person's not the real Paul because the real Paul's got a blue wrench. This guy doesn't have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just like hearing your reaction. That's what they like. They just want to rile you up.
Yeah, but the music thing, that ruins it for everybody because now when we filter out that music, now everyone's going to lose the chat replay. So no one's going to be able to see what's going on. That's why I keep the chat on the screen, so you can always see it.
Did you get a content ID yet on that music?
No, but I'm sure I will when I go through after the stream. I'm sure that's when they'll tell me if there's a content ID issue.
Yeah.
Because the stream right now is not monetized. I don't monetize until after the show's over. Because of the fact that there's some striking trolls trying to run around demonetize the streams. So I will monetize the stream after the show's over.
Yeah, I never monetized none of my stuff because I got SSI and I don't want to make too much money. And I'm sure I would if I monetized everything, I got food stamps. So I don't want to.
I would say there's nothing wrong with monetizing your stuff. Seriously, I mean, unless you really seriously think you're going to make over $800 a month, I don't think you will make $800 on YouTube.
Well, is that for SSI or SSDI that you can make that much money?
It's actually SSI.
Oh, all right.
You can make up to $800.
Wow.
Or if you're really worried about it, I don't think you're going to even make it close to $400 unless you got Super Chat running. You got Super Chat, Super Stickers. I got Super Chat, Super Stickers. I make maybe most of my money on Super Chat, Super Stickers. But if you're not running Super Chat or Super Stickers, you're going to probably be making, I'm going to say, educate guess, maybe $100 in 6 months. I don't think you have to really worry about anything.
Yeah, that's true. I was getting a lot of donations though before I turned them off. So sometimes I get $100 donation.
Well, what's wrong with that? I mean, don't worry about SSI. Come on. Here's why I say this.
Yep.
This is why I say this. If you're like me, or you're like Ed, because he gets his SSI and SSD, he's a dual recipient. He always gets both, like I do. I got SSD only, but he keeps complaining. I only got $750-something a month to work with. So he's selling stuff on eBay. I'm like, well, I get right now with the cost of living adjustment, I got $1,416. Now, because I am registered blind, I can make even more than that. I can make up to $3,000 a month income before my SSD is even in question. See, it's a little different with SSDI. Okay, so you can be making up to $3,000 a month. Okay, but don't forget, I'm also a 1099, so which means I gotta pay taxes on that. Well, if that's what you're really worried more about the tax revenue, I can tell you right now, unless you're making up to about $25,000, which you won't be. most people most people on YouTube don't even make much more than maybe $300 a month. I said most, unless you're one of the really super headliner channels, then you may make about $3,000 a month. But that's a really big headliner. PewDiePie, and some of the other big guys like him probably make close to about $10,000-$15,000 a month. Okay, but those guys are like in the millions of subs. So I wouldn't worry about the monetization. I mean, why not monetize your videos for 1 month? Turn it back on. If you're really worried about the super chats putting you over the limit, just leave the super chats and super stickers off. And just turn on the regular monetization with advertising revenue. And that way you can see how much money you make a month. I probably would make less than $100 in a month, so you won't get paid until you hit 100. So you probably will take like 3 months, 4 months before you receive the first $100. Hey, it's pocket money. It's money you can use to help offset costs associated with life. Like maybe you might want a dresser, like you said. Maybe you might say, well, I want to get a nice, inexpensive dresser, say at IKEA. Well, $100 could probably buy you a nice, inexpensive dresser at IKEA. Why not?
Well, I ordered one on Amazon, so the dresser is on the way. It's supposed to get here on the 4th, unless it comes early.
Right.
Yeah.
Then you have the money to buy that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Same thing I do with the green screen. Same thing I do with my lights. I use the money to help upgrade my studio. And that's the way. We're not playing Quiplash this time in the morning. No, we're not even normally on this late. We're just talking to McHenry about stuff. So I would say, why don't you turn on the monetization, and you guys have a direct deposit to your bank account, right? Yeah, AdSense? Yeah, then you're all set. Just leave the super stickers and the super chats off if you're really worried about it. And don't monetize your chat until after they're over. And then turn the monetization on after the stream's over, because for some reason, live streams, people they really can get mad when they have to watch a commercial before the live stream starts. So I would say don't turn the monetization on until the stream's over.
Right.
So so let's say, for example, like the one you did last with the phone calls, that was Sunday, right? So turn the $sign on that now. And see what happens, All right. So when you answer the question, be honest when they ask you, how do you rate the stream? Like, did you have any nasty phone calls? I mean, did you have any nasty cuss words or whatever? Just be honest with the answer. Be honest, because there's no reason not to be.
Well, somebody said the N-word multiple times, so I'm thinking it probably wouldn't go through on that one. I don't think
you would have to worry about the N-word being said multiple times. I mean, I think YouTube doesn't seem to get too picky about that. So just answer the questionnaire quick and easy, telling the truth. Yeah, there was some cussing, but nothing really bad. No shocking displays were done. No sensitive subjects were discussed. I don't know. I didn't watch the whole thing. I just kind of jumped around it a little bit. But just do that, and see what happens. See if we can make some money, and you can even retroactively monetize all your old streams too. Might be worth it for the money. Things have gone up in price. Yeah, I know. Cruiser loves calls, though. I know. It's noon. I know. It's past noon now. Yeah, I know. Well, anyway, it's already 1 o'clock. I haven't even get a nap in yet. I was gonna play some World of Warcraft sometime today. When? I don't know. Maybe I might do World of Warcraft. Who knows? Maybe I might do it 7 o'clock. Who knows? I don't know what time. We'll just keep an open mind. So just give that a try. And don't worry about the SSDI food stamp thing for right now. I don't think you have to really worry. I mean, unless your channel really explodes and you get your AdSense checks and you're seeing you getting $300, $400, $500 a month, then I would start to get a little nervous. That's what I'm saying. Leave the super chat and super sticker feature turned off if you're really worried about that, because YouTube advertising does not pay very much.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't mind the super chats and super stickers being on because, or even the what's the other one they called, the share icon or or thank you status one. There's three of them. I'm gonna show you guys this. Now, I don't know if Cruz has seen this before. I'm gonna show this to Cruiser, but you guys are gonna want to see it too. So let me go to my let me go to my other channel here, or my channel here. I'm gonna show something to Cruiser, and let's go here. So, unfortunately, for those of you guys who are gonna be wanting to see the chat replays, because of the person playing the horrible music, you're going to lose the chat replays at this point because we're not going to be able to show you all this right now. So if you go to your monetization tab down here, right here, click on it, okay, you'll see that there's different features. Like, for example, you can have supers, which includes the super chat, the super stickers, and the super thanks. Just leave these three off, okay? Yeah. Unless you want them on. Super thanks can be nice, but this is going to be where people can donate to you. Now, I wanted them all on, so I left them all on for me. And memberships. Memberships are cool. I got several memberships here. I have 6 memberships. I have 6 members counts. Okay?
Yeah.
Here's let's see all of them. So let's give thanks to them while we're at it here. We got Metal Kitty 33, Hope of the Clown, Denise R, Just Miss Jamie, Krista Stumbach, and Tommy R. These are my members. And they pay $5.99 a month each. So
wow.
Yeah, that makes a nice chunk of change right there.
Yeah.
And now, here's where it comes nice. If you go back to my analytics, if you want to know just what ad revenue, okay, so just go to revenue, okay, you're going to see 2 columns here, okay. I'm going to load this up here. Okay, the first one is going to talk about where you get money from, the money earned, income, RPM, and player base CPM. These two here, if you combine these two, these are what I would be making from ad revenue alone. Okay, so you're talking about, $20 or $33.61. This donation revenue is what you get from the super chat, super stickers, and super thanks. $120.80. Okay. So if you're really worried about this, I would just say, just leave the stickers off because you're not going to be making much money otherwise. So don't worry about the SSDI thing because it's really not going to make much of a difference for you. So Super Chat, I made $71.07. Channel memberships make me $28.89, and then the Super Stickers made me $8.39. So you can see more.
Yeah.
Okay, so then, so Super Chat and Super Stickers kind of goes together. So here we can see the breakdown of the money that the orange, which is the Super Stickers, there really hasn't been a lot of Super Stickers, but your revenue per transaction was $1.68, $4.13. But the point is that if you're really worried about the advertising revenue thing, just leave the Super Chat, Super Stickers off. If you're really worried about SSDI, SSI, I wouldn't really worry about it. It's not like it's gonna make you a rich person or anything, but it's just kind of fun to know the numbers. So now let's go back to the dashboard again for a second, because we're talking about the copyright issues. I'm going to tell you something here. Like I said, when you have to strip out music, this is why it's a pain in the ass. Because when you strip out music, give me a second, guys. The computer's loading. You lose the chat replay, and so we go to content. Okay. Now I don't think we're going to see anything about the copyright yet. because usually I get them after the stream is processed. So, where are some videos where content is shared, which I don't mind working with shared content creators, because shared means that I still make revenue, they make revenue, and I believe in playing fair in the game. Unless it's music, I really need to have the music on the show. For example, like right here, shared. See, it says sharing. Ads revenue from this video is being shared with the other copyright owners. Those are fine. I make money, they make money, nobody's complaining, nobody's unhappy. But unfortunately enough, for the situation with the horrible piece of music that's played, that's a Sony UMG song, I believe. They will not let me share revenue with them. They want it all. They will not share revenue. Which sucks, because if they would share revenue, I wouldn't give a damn. It could stay there. It's just annoying. So, that's the reason why I try to point out to people is, if it's a content creator that's willing to share revenue, I'd say fine. I'll share revenue with you. Here we have a current total right now, 1,136 subscribers. And we have increased watch hours are on the increase. And right now, this month, we made about $120.80. So we're actually doing pretty good. And that's not actually the literal money, because that's kind of, the way it's set up is kind of strange. So if you want to see actually which money I actually made right now, go back to analytics again. Okay? And go to revenue again, because this is where it's going to show you. Where actually my estimated revenue is for the month of December. So we can see in July I made $53.77. August I made $61.98. September I made $86.46. November I made $94.03. And November I made $155.21. And right now, December, I'm at $119.54.
Oh, that's good.
And that's a big deal, because I mean that's money in my pocket that can be used to offset the cost. Considering my electric bill just went through the stratosphere, I'm not lying when I say that. My electric bill has gone through the roof.
Wow.
$157, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
That's
damn.
And it used to be a lot cheaper per kilowatt hour, but it went through a rate because of the inflationary trend. Cruiser should become a member. If he wants to become a member, he can. It's up to him. And if you offered memberships on your channel, maybe I might join your channel as a member. Maybe I might almost like a mentor. I would even give memberships a try, too. I mean, if you're worried about the super chat, super stickers, at least try memberships. At least that's more, it's more, might make you some money. Don't worry about the SSI, SSD.
Yeah.
There's always ways to cheat. You could always set up a secret bank account that SSDI doesn't know about.
Yeah.
So, also, like, for example, I also have a store. I have two stores, actually. I have one on Patreon, and I have one on Streamlabs. Streamlabs has one. So, I sell things in my store, too. Not a lot of stuff, but sweatshirts, T-shirts, and I think hoodies on StreamYards. And then on the Patreon page, you need to be a VIP to get stuff for free, but not too many people are going to be willing to do $50 a month. I know that's ridiculously high. I should lower my expectations maybe about $10 a month. You can get free stuff, free swag. No, it's not that. How you doing, Metal Kitty? We're just talking with Cruiser about how we can make some. He's monetized. He's monetized, but he hasn't really run his monetization because he was afraid about his SSI check being cut. And I just pointed out to him that unless he really seriously starts bringing in over $800 a month, I really wouldn't worry about it. But then he does get 11,000 subs, so he could easily, if he leaves a super chat and super stickers and super thanks on, could easily hit beyond 1,000. $1,000 a month. In that case, I just said to him, just leave the super chat, the super stickers, and the super things off, and maybe you could turn on the membership accounts. See how that works out for people to join as members. Can't do worse, right? You got to be approved, but once you're approved, it doesn't take long. It's like 24, 48 hours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I do. You got the option of turning them on, so
Yeah, and you can even set up layered, tiered memberships like I do with Patreon on Discord. Or if you really want to, I would have said long ago is just do it on Patreon.
Yeah.
But the fact is YouTube makes it kind of convenient because everybody can do one-stop shop. They don't have to worry about a second membership account, username, password, and all that. But the thing with me is I get paid on Patreon before I get anything from YouTube. I get paid by the 7th of the month on Patreon, and I get paid on the 22nd of the month on YouTube. So I get the Patreon payments first, which offsets any costs that are associated with things,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, how much do you make on Patreon? Is that separate from what you make on YouTube?
It's completely separate from YouTube, yeah. That's where Silvermoon radio shows are stored. So if you join the Patreon, it's a completely separate company from YouTube.
Yeah.
But that's kind of sucks because people on Patreon point out but we don't get the members' perks that we could get on YouTube members page. We can't watch the members' videos, as Bubba told me. Bubba Warbucks told me. I said, I thought that we could share the same video with both, but it can't. So yeah, that's kind of a problem. So if you're really heavily into YouTube, become a member on YouTube. If you really like the Silvermoon radio shows and don't want to be part of the YouTube ecosystem, then go with the Patreon page. And if you don't want to do either, you just want to receive donations, then just go ahead, set up a PayPal Me account. And that way people can donate to your PayPal Me. So, but you won't be able to put your PayPal Me in your end screen, though. Because for some reason it doesn't work with the end screens. But you can put your Patreon in the end screen, but you can't put the PayPal Me in the end screen. I think that's kind of stupid, but he could always have the money on YouTube until he's ready to cash out, can't he? I don't know. That's something he would have to check with AdSense on the AdSense frequently asked questions. Because normally AdSense pays it out, like once you hit $100, they cash it out to your checking or savings account. Or whatever direct deposit you have it linked to. So, I don't know if there is a way to manually say, don't cash it out unless I tell you to cash it out. I don't know. He could look and see if there's anything about that in the frequently asked questions on AdSense. So that's adsense.google.com. So just go to adsense.google.com and see if there's a frequently asked question about that. Because I'm sure somebody's asked the same thing. And if he wants to keep it separate from his bank, he could try linking it into his PayPal and get the routing number and stuff for PayPal. But remember what happened to Etika? Because Etika, he did that. He was getting PayPal donations, and then immediately people would do chargebacks. And immediately then he was getting slammed by PayPal for chargeback fees. And it got so bad that he actually couldn't keep up with his rent in his apartment in Brooklyn, New York. And out of frustration and depression, he killed himself. So maybe that would not be a good idea. Don't link your PayPal account into your AdSense. Don't do it. It's not worth it because PayPal will fleece you to death. Actually, that's more of a problem if you do donations direct to PayPal. That's why I don't even push to PayPal much anymore, because of that reason. Because I don't want to get hit with chargebacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes when they go long. Yeah, he does have a small echo, but it's okay. It's fixed now. So, But anyway, if you want to try sending a PayPal me account, it's pretty easy to do. Just go to your PayPal account. You can set up a PayPal me so you can accept payments like with a credit card. They'll give you a website that you can put on your links in your YouTube channel in your About section. And then if you don't want to put a Nightbot out there like I do saying the link, you can just leave it in the About and people can go there to pay you. If they want.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, what do you think of my shows in the most part in the morning? The ones in the morning versus the night shows.
Big fan of both. I listen to both. I am fond of probably the morning show. I like the best, because you're not competing with primetime TV that I watch.
Right. Yeah, you're right about the primetime TV competing with the other YouTubers that are trying to do their night shows.
Yeah.
And the morning shows are getting a lot more views now. I mean, we're almost getting close to 20 views in the morning shows now.
Well.
We used to get as low as 5, 6 views. Now we're getting a lot more now, which is a big difference. Right now, for example, we are currently at 12, but that's fine because I think most of the audience right now is probably thought we were done for the day. Now we're up to 14, 13, so it's going back up again. So that makes a difference. People have been coming more to the morning shows because they're more relaxed.
Yeah.
David Clee says, I don't trust night bots. Well, you know what? Maybe what me and Cruiser could do, if you ever want to do a combined night show with phone calls. I mean, 7 o'clock my time is, 10 o'clock your time, right?
No, I'm 3 hours earlier than you.
Oh, it's early. It's like 5. Oh, it's like 3.
Yeah.
3, 4. You're 3 hours by me, so it's 4 o'clock. So what I was going to say was if you ever want to do a combined phone call show between my phones and your phones, and we can basically use Google Meets to connect the two shows together. I wonder how that Red would feel about sitting on both shows at the same time.
Yeah.
On Wednesday or Saturday night.
Yeah.
So let's see how we work this. Well, let's see. Obviously, the interconnecting piece, the bridge would be the Google Meet. So when you start your show, and then you get on my Google Meet like we are right now, you see my chat, which can be shared on your screen. Yeah. Just as your stream, we could show your chat on my screen. So that people can see the two shows are interconnected. So obviously, there'll be 2 phone numbers that people can call. So they'd be able to call your phone, or they can call my phone.
Yeah.
And it would be kind of like a collaboration.
Yeah.
So because you got more viewers than me, so then we'd be able to hear me and hear what my show is about. And they'll be able to hear what your show is about.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea.
And also, what you could also do is take my shows and share the link with your audience, like in your playlist. So, like, if you have a playlist like I do for different years, 2021 playlist, or whatever you want to call it, or interesting videos, or, I don't know what you want to call it, videos this month or something, then they can see my stream on your playlist and they can watch it. Okay? So that way when you have your playlist for 2021, mine would be in the same playlist and they could see it.
Yeah.
And the same thing with 2022. Is that you can have it. I would definitely break it down by years, and here's why. YouTube, for some reason, has made it more recommended to do things by years or by subject. So you had a playlist that say live shows, or you had a playlist for comedy shows or comedy acts, maybe from your stand-up comedy shows. Then they would have that way. If you want to see the stand-up comedy shows, they go to your stand-up comedies playlist. If they want to see your opinion editorial shows, you can go to the opinion editorial shows. And likewise, you can also have shows that are on both playlists or on a third playlist that has both. Say like all shows for 2021, all shows for 2022, all shows for 2020, whatever. That way people can check them out that way too.
Something to work on. Yeah, I gotta get to it.
Yeah, I mean it's a simple enough thing to start doing with like just from the shows this week. Just start a playlist. Give it a good title, and then if you want, you can even share some of my video links in your playlist. It's not infringing on copyright because you're not stealing the content. You're just featuring their content in your playlist.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Well, guys, Cruz, I'm gonna let you go because I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up anyway. Make some more tea, and it was nice having you on the morning show. So now you got some ideas to check out.
Yeah.
And so you have a nice day now, okay?
You too.
Okay. Bye-bye. Okay, so that's what I would say to him. Is do just that. It's just sub playlists. Collaborate with the other channels. Put the videos up on their channels together. Check them out. Cruz sounds excited. Yeah, because I think he didn't really think about this. I think this is something he didn't even realize. That I just gave him a piece of thing that makes him feel like, hey, this is a new idea. I never thought about that idea. But Nightbot, by the way, Nightbot isn't necessarily bad. The company that designed Nightbot, some people wonder, are they harvesting your email addresses? Theoretically, they probably might be, because Nightbot is used by so many YouTubers. It's, unfortunately, because it's used by so many YouTubers, Nightbot tends to be a little bit slow at processing things sometimes. And, but it's a good tool because what it does, I mean, it lets me post links that are a regular thing. For example, the live stream link we use constantly for the panel should actually be a Nightbot. The reason we don't have it in Nightbot is we never know if that link is going to change. We don't know how long that key is going to be working for. So it's been working consistently for almost at least half a year. So maybe it'll continue to work for a year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever. So let's find out what's going on with that. Since it is always being recycled and reused, I would hate to see what would happen if I accidentally got another link that someone else had been using for years, and then all of a sudden their chatters start coming on my stream going, "Hi, Susie! Hey! Oh, that's not Susie. Who is this? North American Snow Queen? Yeah. Oh, I thought you were Susie Warren. I used to be here like you see some of her meetings. Oh, sorry, I got the wrong Google Meet link. Yeah, that's a good question, and that could happen. I wonder how that would work. But that does make me think about that. You recycle the same link over and over and over and over again. I wonder if it's kind of like phone numbers, right? You have a friend, his phone number since he was in high school, and then, you think he's still living at the phone number, and one day you call it, and some stranger answers the phone, and you go, "Hey, Jimmy!" No, I'm Jeffrey. Oh, well, wait a minute. I'm looking for Jimmy. I just got this phone. I don't know who Jeffrey is. I mean, that's me, but I don't know who Jimmy is. Who's Jimmy? Oh, never mind. I got the wrong number. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. It's been a long show. It's 1:23. I do want to get some World of Warcraft in today. Yeah, get some World of Warcraft in today. And see what's for lunch. Maybe I'll have more cookies. I don't know. Maybe I'll have a bowl of cereal. We got milk. So there's a reason why we can't have Honey Nut Cheerios or something. True. Alright, guys. You all have a nice day now. Stay out of trouble, and I'll see you tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. usual time. Don't forget, we do have night shows on Wednesdays and Saturdays. That hasn't changed. The Silvermoon Radio, I took a break from it yesterday. It's why we didn't have Silvermoon Radio yesterday. But I do plan to have Silvermoon Radio this Sunday coming up. So we'll see how that goes. So for now, everybody have a nice day. We'll be probably get some World of Warcraft in about an hour or two. Yeah, probably about 3 or 4 o'clock. Yep. Okay, bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye, everybody.